Hello, and welcome to episode 30 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
And hello, welcome. Welcome. I don't know why I'm acting like this because it's not like a special themed episode or anything. I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We're watching Twilight together. Woo!
No, we're not.
I
don't mind the Twilight movies, alright.
Hit me up if you want to watch the Twilight movie, seriously.
Yeah, Margaret will watch them.
I'm down. I'm
on
always
repeat.
down. Oh, yeah, 100%.
4 years.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. So,
Doubt.
before you ask, I'm triple packed again. And what of it? You probably can't see anything.
No, they probably can.
I have my normal water.
Yeah. Your juice.
I have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I have an energy drink. And I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, can you hear this?
Some eyes. No, they probably can't hear that. They can definitely hear that. I'll just take a little.
So yeah, I'm triple packed.
What energy drink is it, Margaret?
It's I don't know. I don't know what
called
brand it is.
Orange Dreamsicle.
Yeah,
by Rain.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Rain.
Hey, yeah, come on.
Sponsor.
Fess up. Come on. We mentioned you once. Come on. But yes, no, it's Orange Dreamsicle. I feel like, you know what? I feel like the creamsicle thing is a really big thing in like America, but it's not so much here. Like
I
feel like creamsicles are a really popular like dessert in
I don't know what a creamsicle
America.
is.
I think it's kind of like a Solero, right? It's got like the orange on the outside, then it's got the like vanilla ice cream on the inside, but it's like much more jaunty than a Solero.
Jaunty.
Yeah, it's like
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like creamy, normal ice cream in the middle with a thick layer of like orange.
Yeah, all of our American friends, could you please confirm that?
Yeah.
Because we don't really have anything like that here.
Oh, we do. We have Solero.
We have Solero, but Solero's like
I do like a Solero.
To be honest, Solero is the more jaunty one, actually. I think
it's got like the swirls in the middle.
Yeah, it's like passion fruit, and it's like
delicious.
mango. It's really good.
Fucking bangs. Solero.
Solero. Yeah, it's
yeah, as if.
It's becoming it's getting quite hot here in the UK now. Like summer hasn't officially started, but we're getting into it. So.
Yeah, it's getting warm.
Yeah, so we actually treated ourselves to some Solaris the other day.
Yeah.
And also, before you ask, I've got a snack. It's a Reese's Pieces Easter egg.
Yeah.
So, get off my back.
No,
I'm hungry. I'm snackish. I'm thirsty.
We had a sandwich and some crisps that Margaret made us while I walked the dog. I didn't tell you. Something happened to me on the walk.
Oh no. Bad or good?
It just happened.
Okay, no, please tell. Yeah, please.
A child barked at me.
Was it the girl from the horror story where she
making lunch
and howling?
No.
What do you mean?
This car drove past me, and this kid was in the backseat with the window down, and he just looked at me, and I looked at him, and we had this moment of eye contact, and he just went.
That is the most you energy ever. Did you look into the past and see yourself as a child?
No, absolutely not. In that moment, I was like, control your fucking child.
That is your you energy. I don't know how you dare. You give off child in the backseat backing out the window energy.
No, I do.
100%.
I'm the driver in the front seat backing a vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the one in the backseat barking.
But it startled me. I was taken back.
What did the dog do?
No, he was just busy sniffing.
I was going to say, the dog probably didn't even notice,
did he?
Oh, well.
Too busy living his best life.
Happy Thursday, am I right?
Yeah, got backed up by a kid.
Hell yeah. How about you? How has your Thursday been so far?
Anybody else get backed up by a
Anyone
kid?
else get backed up?
Anybody else?
If you
Just
want
me?
to hire someone to bark at you, Jack will
I
do
would
it.
be your man.
Go on, give him a little bark.
I've already given you a bunch.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
What'd you want?
Give us thinking about their life choices in a vacuum. Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Yep. I'm right, fucking Scooby-Doo. I like it. No, that was really good.
Was it?
That was really good. I've never heard you do a Scooby-Doo impression.
Somebody else does a really good Scooby. Is it Josh?
It's Josh. I think Josh does a really good Scooby-Doo impression. Yeah.
So that's what happened to me.
I say this every time. How did we get to this
I don't
point,
know.
to be honest?
I don't really know.
Yeah. So this is our 3rd episode we're filming in quick succession, and technically our 5th episode that we're filming in the space of a week. So
it's been a busy week.
It's been a real busy week, so you're just going to have to bear with us, friends. And thank you for being here for the ride. It's episode 30. I can't believe
3 sessions ago, you were talking about how big 30 is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
30 is a big
30.
number.
We're here.
I can't believe it.
We're
we
at
made it.
30
The milestone.
together. Indeed. Insane. Don't know how we did it. Oh no.
Oh, hey, come on.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Thanks. Shall we give them a really weird handshake as well? Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
If none of you reached your hands out towards the screen, I'm fucking disappointed.
Then we're calling the police.
Yeah.
This is a contract.
Expect a knock at your door.
Yep, exactly. So, yes. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday, baby.
If you didn't know, we have a Discord.
Yes, we do. Yes.
It's going amazing. And hello to everyone in the watch party right now.
Hello.
We really appreciate you. Hope you're having a lovely day.
We got some watch parties set up for our Oceania friends.
Yes, and hopefully by the time this goes up, our American friends as well.
Yeah.
So, very exciting things happening in the Discord. If you want a place where you feel safe, welcomed, and respected.
Like memes, want DM advice, want to show your character art, want to show your commissions to people.
Hit it up.
Want to start a group of D&D with like-minded people. Get yourself in the Discord.
Hit it up. First
the
link
invitation link's in the description.
in the description. So, I'm sure you are sick of me saying this, but normally the schedule after this, going into next Monday, we're going to have a campaign session update on Monday, and Thursdays is meme day.
Yeah, meme day.
And today's meme day. You get the memes.
Getting the memes.
You're getting the memes.
Getting the Discord memes.
Is there anything else you'd like to update them on before?
No, the child barked at me. I ate some more hummus.
Yep.
The hummus was good.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's upset. Because he's at least
desperate for his dinner.
Within an hour
of
his lunch.
Yep.
So that means he gets to cry for the full hour before he gets it.
Oh, yeah. Desperate. We've got a very upset dog on our hands right now.
He's a very vocal dog, as you've heard before.
Yes, as you've heard.
He's sweet and he's staring at me. Hello.
No, don't activate him.
He's already activated.
I know.
He's already in the kitchen staring at me, ready to go.
I know.
No. Should we get into some memes?
Let's get straight into it.
I can see the top one.
We need to have some sort of you know how Jacksepticeye has meme time? Is that God? I'm so sorry if that's not.
It's meme time. Gather
all your
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was something like that.
Yeah. We don't have.
We'll just
pretend that we have a jingle.
Like
and
a juicy intro.
We've all enjoyed the jingle.
It needs to be somebody come up with a jingle about Discords and memes.
And moon druids. Thank you.
Yeah. And if somebody we'll put it in if somebody can come up with one.
There's no pressure. You don't have to do that, but
Margaret.
We need a jingle.
This is a legally binding contract.
Fulfill
your part.
And as your parents, because I see you, you've nominated us. He's your dad.
I'm not your dad.
I'm your mum.
I'm not.
Children.
It could be.
Oh. Children.
But I'm not.
I don't know what I was going to say there.
Fulfill your legally binding contract and
with your parents.
Make us a jingle.
Okay, so
I'll try and think of one as well.
This is the memes. So we are fucking starting strong here.
Yeah, this is a banger of a meme.
And so to give some context behind this meme, right? I cry a lot. That's no secret. We all know it. I love a good cry.
She does.
I especially cry.
It's cathartic.
Yes, it is. It is. I especially cry a lot in D&D, and in the past couple of sessions, there's been a lot of reasons to cry.
There has.
So I was crying, and at the end of the session, I was like, anyone else cry? Just me? And I was talking to Matthew, who plays in the game, and he was like, you know what, Margaret, when you cry, it just makes me feel so immersed. He was like, it helps me get immersed. It makes me want to cry because you're crying. I can't even remember why I was talking about it in the Discord.
I don't know.
But then we were hit with one of these.
This is such a great meme.
Margaret crying during the session. Margaret helping Matthew get immersed.
Helping Matthew get immersed.
And if that ain't the truth.
That's why Margaret cries so much.
Yeah, I'm here. I am here for immersion only. That's it. Don't expect anything else from me.
This next one, I think, might be one of my favorites. It's simple, yet effective.
So incredibly effective. So, play a small race or draw 25.
Margaret.
Me. I can't. Why can't I hold all these cards?
I can't hold any more cards.
I can't hold any more cards.
Margaret, you seem to have all of the cards.
Yeah, because I'd rather be burdened by the weight of 1,000,000 Uno cards. rather than play something that I already am, which is a small race.
Yeah.
I'm small in real life.
You are small in real life.
I don't want to be small in game.
5'1".
5'1", but I want to be a 7-foot furbolg looking down on everyone, being able to see over people's heads.
That's why we play D&D.
That's why we play D&D, baby.
Do what you want.
So yeah, anytime I'm gonna pick the 25 Uno cards. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Pick up.
Pick up.
Come on, 25.
Please pick up. I miss you. Please.
Next one, very very fitting. Us right now.
Us right now. Not editing anything into the video. The amount of fucking times.
The amount of times, and now I'm trying to actually write down. Anytime we say we're going to put something
put a picture in.
I'm trying to write it down because the amount of times.
We're
like, oh yeah, we'll link the video up here.
We'll link it.
No, we didn't.
I'll give you a preview. Listen, okay? Sometimes brain not work. Sometimes we'll put a preview here, they said. Sometimes you don't get a preview.
Sometimes stop asking so much of us.
Sometimes that's just life, you know? Yeah, I regularly forget to put previews in, so watch me not put any of the memes in. Watch none of the memes ever have made it in because I just don't put them in.
Next one's good.
This is
another one about the spontaneity.
Spontaneous review.
I like to think it says Radui.
I think it just.
I don't know.
You know what? I can't exactly.
You need to go back and watch that bit. And see
I can't fully remember what I'm saying about Radui. It's not a Jew thing, is it?
I don't know.
No. Has that even gone live?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It will have. It was before this, and everything's gone live that we've recorded.
Spontaneous Radui. I have no idea what I'm saying in that second
I don't know what Radui means, but I like it.
We nearly had another one of these moments in last episode. I can't remember what it was. I was like, I think I needed a drink. So I was like, Jack,
fill the silence.
Fill the silence. Jack.
I think I just disassociates.
Becomes the most silent he's ever been.
Never
in
been silent
life.
ever before.
You've never had a moment of silence in your life apart from the one time you were asked.
Jack fell the silence.
Yeah.
My brain just turned off.
Yeah, to all of our
but I hope everyone enjoyed my rendition of Hallelujah last
I love that that's the first thing to come into your head.
Just went for it.
First thing.
You said fill the silence.
And you did.
And I just opened my mouth.
You did. You know
that's what came out.
Yeah. You the role was assigned and you slapped, so thank you. The next one isn't necessarily a meme.
This has now been clipped into an emoji.
We now
have
an emoji
Discord.
and a sticker of this. And it's just
me.
It's just Jack.
Me living my best life.
It's simply just Jack staring at the camera. Looking, I don't know. Are you perplexed? Are you shocked?
I was just shocked.
Are you angry?
No.
Are you?
I've never.
No.
Never been angry.
Never been angry. Not once.
Never.
No, me neither.
Not on the internet.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like I can. I'm really looking into your soul here.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm looking into yours.
True.
I'm definitely finding out your deepest, darkest secrets.
100%. Was this you and the child who barked at you in the car?
Barked at me and I just went.
You just consumed his life force. You can see his past, present, and future.
Back at me one more time.
And the last two.
This one's fucking
you know what? I said this in the last episode. I was like, I feel like We Have a Discord is going to be my new I Have a Moon Druid. And
here we are.
If this isn't the epitome of that, I don't know what is. Which one?
Which one do I say?
Do I tell them
which
about
one do
my
I
moon druid? Do I shill my druid?
My Driscard?
My Driscard. Which one do I do?
Is that what it is? Is it a druid Discord? A Driscard?
Yeah, you can only come in if you're a druid, actually. So
I'll see you there.
Yeah. Only druids allowed, am I right? Druid fam, we can't be standing for this anymore. We need to rise up and have a Discord server.
A Driscard.
Because that's rebellious.
And then the next one. By our local resident Josh.
So this was Josh. Josh actually sent this in our group chat ages ago, and I forgot to put it in. But he posted it in the Discord and just moon.
And everyone goes,
Druid.
Yay!
It's a moon druid. It's a moon druid.
Out of nowhere.
Who would have expected? Who would have thought?
I didn't.
Not me.
When you said moon, I had no idea what you were saying next.
I say moon.
You say druid.
Moon.
Druid.
Moon.
Druid. That was the worst thing I've ever done on the internet. I fucking can't believe I said that.
You joined in.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to leave you hanging.
Thanks, Jack.
That'd have been even worse.
That would imagine.
You went moon. I was like,
that little girl in the back of the car about going to Disneyland. Thanks, Jack. I'm sure all y'all were cheering along with me, right? Am I right?
Right.
Am I right? I say moon. You say druid. Moon. Moon. Moon, moon.
Moon, moon.
Anywho.
Moon, moon.
That's the end of the memes.
Moon, moon is a pet in WoW.
Moon, moon. Wait. You know who Moon Moon is, though, right?
Yeah, but Moon Moon is also a pet in WoW.
Yes, Moon Moon is also a pet in WoW, but Moon Moon... That's not your only reference.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
All right, okay.
I didn't know what Moon Moon was before I got the pet in WoW, and then you were like, oh, it's this.
We've had this conversation before, yeah.
Yeah, I know we have. That's why I brought it up.
All right, then.
What are you fucking doing? Embarrassing me in front of all the Squadbusters.
In front of your children. How could I?
No, it's not a thing.
So, today, we are going to be going over some advice submissions submitted by our very own Squadblasters. So thank you all so very much for your submissions.
Yeah.
I think I like doing the advice ones the most, I think, because because
nice.
It means in real time we can potentially help.
Someone.
Or give you the worst advice you've ever heard.
Ruin your entire life.
Ruin your life.
Because you chose to listen to these two idiots.
Two idiots on the internet.
Idiots on the internet.
But yeah, no, seriously, I
that was the other potential name for the podcast.
Two idiots on the internet. I'm sure that hasn't been taken. Watch me quickly trademark it now. Yes, I love doing the advice submissions. Again, we do tend to err on the side of talking it out first, having a conversation first, as opposed to just trying to break D&D groups up here and there.
We never want to be those people who just break up D&D games on the internet.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes the best thing for you to do is leave.
Sometimes the best thing for you to do
Sometimes the best thing for you to do.
Sometimes.
Totally.
Not all the time.
Totally.
But sometimes.
Yeah, and again, we totally don't have all the answers.
And most things can be worked out with
conversation. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
With a chin wag.
Yeah, with a chin wag. Yeah, you'd like to think at least. Your computer just makes some form of noise.
I don't want to finish setting up. No. Go
right
away.
Now, this is no longer a D&D podcast. This is a tech
Everybody
podcast.
help me finish setting up some sort of
Old
Windows.
man Jack set up Windows 11 or whatever.
Old man Jack.
So yes, all the advice we give, again, is all based off our own experiences, based on our own knowledge. We don't have all the answers, but I really hope we can help.
Yeah.
And again, we have a community of wonderful, like-minded people who have experienced all sorts of walks of life.
Where's that?
What do you mean? Oh, I was about to be like, what do you fucking mean? In our Discord.
Oh my God.
We have all sorts. And again, we're hosting a watch party right now. So as we're going through in real time, please, if you have any suggestions, because these are submitted by people in the community.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions, please do let us know.
Yeah.
Let them know, and just let them know they're supported.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess without any further ado, shall we do the dog? He's got his head stuck in the curtain again. Be right back. So this has been submitted by Anonyblaster, and they go by she, her.
They call themselves Anonyblaster.
They call themselves Anonyblaster. So
I appreciate you very much.
We've passed the arc where I hate Squadblaster.
Yeah.
So now
Squadblasters is sick, I'd say.
Anonyblaster. Thank you very
Everybody
much.
Everybody in the Discord has the tag Squadblaster.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what you are.
Hell yeah. So, I'm gassy from
the tea.
The tea and the energy drink, all of it. So, hi, I love your podcast, and I'm hoping you can help me with a problem I'm currently having with my party. Thank you so very much. Thank you. So I've been playing in this campaign for the last 4 years. We are 15th level, and we used to play every week. But last year, we moved to every other week. Don't say it. Everyone in our group is growing up and becoming increasingly busy, so now it's more like every 3 weeks or once a month at best. The problem is our sessions are still 4 hours or less, and we're still progressing at the same rate we did when we were playing 5 to 6 hours weekly. It is so slow. I feel like in a single session we accomplish nothing. The problem is I love my character. She is my second character in the campaign, but I've been playing her for 2 years now and she is very dear to me. I want to finish my character's story and this campaign I have poured so many years of my life into, but the infrequent play and feeling like we are accomplishing nothing is making the game not fun and making me not excited when we do play. I know you say to always talk to the DM, but I seem to be the only person having a problem with the new status quo, and our DM is extremely sensitive to critique. What should I do? Stick it out for another couple of years for a satisfying conclusion, or be done with this long campaign and the group I've played with and my character and try to find something new? So this is a hard situation.
It's tough, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is a shitty situation.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not. It's a really tough one because I have 3 options.
Yeah. There's realistically
loads of
3
options.
options here, and you know
I wonder
what?
if we've got the same 3 options.
Oh, maybe. I feel like maybe not, but I don't know. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. What you dodging me? What are you doing?
So go on. First, what's your first point?
Yes, my first point is you do talk to your DM.
Yes.
You are right. That is the very first thing we always say. But I understand, especially in your situation, if you say you're the only one seeming to have the issue, the DM's extremely sensitive.
Yeah.
I understand why this might not be an option or feel like an option.
Yeah, but I think it needs to be sort of like, this isn't a critique because it's not.
No, this isn't anything on the DM.
We used to play every week.
Yeah.
And, it didn't matter if we fucked around and got an outdone.
Yeah.
But now that we play once a month,
totally,
and then,
and it's less time as well per session.
It's different. So you need to just say, like, I would appreciate it if we could be a little bit more on task when we played.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be worded like that. It could be more like, are you feeling this? Like, do you understand what I mean? Because I'm telling you, even if they don't feel the same, they will understand because you're all going through. It's changed for everyone, right? And man, growing up does suck.
Yeah, growing up sucks.
100%, totally. Like, I think there's a way to have the conversation and make it so clear you are not blaming the DM. This isn't a critique. It's just you play less.
Yeah,
You're not getting through as much as you did, and
that was okay when it was once a week, but it can be frustrating when it's
totally
once every month.
You can even say, I love the campaign.
Yeah, because obviously you do.
I love your story and I love our characters.
I love the characters.
Like, do you feel the same? Is there any way we could just speed things up?
Be a little bit more on task.
Could we have a group conversation and see if there is any other times we could play? Yeah. Again, I'm assuming you've probably already had that conversation though.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. And it sounds like talking to your DM maybe is not something that you want to do, you're willing to do.
That's fine.
Which I get. So, I mean, what were your other suggestions?
No, go on. Let's see if that's number 1 ticked off the list.
Well, the other suggestion is you just grit your teeth and bear it.
Yeah.
You do just, if you love your character and you love your players and you love the game, you can just grit your teeth and bear it and go with it. I don't know how much longevity that has because you're already frustrated right now.
So my idea was if you do that, I think, and I don't know how much time you've got. If you do have more time, that'd be awesome. Find another game to play at the same time.
As well as.
Because that will fulfill your need of like progression.
Yes.
Something that you play once a week, once every 2 weeks, and that fills in the gaps that, you get that fulfillment of like a story that is moving fast and happening. Yeah. And then that it would become more bearable to then.
Yeah, so that scratches
in the campaign.
Yeah, it scratches the itch of actually getting shit done.
Yeah.
Whereas, in the other campaign, it will come to its conclusion. Mm-hmm. You love your players, you love the DM, you love your character, you like the story. Like, I think that's a good in between, isn't it? Try find another group as well as. But again, that is completely time permitting.
Completely down to you if you've got that time.
Yeah, completely time permitting. Of course, yes, you could leave the group if it depends. It depends what's more important to you. I think is not being frustrated every time you play, more important to you, or is seeing your character story through more important?
Yeah.
I think you need to think about what matters to you most.
Yeah, definitely.
And could you say like maybe no one else seems to have a problem with it? Have you asked? Have you had this discussion already between the players?
Yeah.
You could ask the other players.
See what they think.
Yeah, totally. You could bring it up, and then you could all agree to move forward at a certain pace.
Yeah.
Or, you know, again, you haven't really specified why things are dragging and why things aren't going fast. But there is another suggestion actually that I have, where if you did want to leave and you didn't actually see the conclusion through, someone in our Discord, Summer, this was in reaction to some horror stories being shared.
I feel like you nailed it first time.
Did I? Am I doing this spontaneous
Sean? Shared?
Stories being shawed.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Shared.
It's shared, isn't it?
They've shared a story.
Yeah. Wow.
Summer shared a story in the Discord.
Summer shared a story. Summer shared a story. Give me one moment.
You okay? You okay? You need to take your temperature?
Yeah.
You sure?
Oh, I'm warm. Summer shared after a story was shared in the Discord.
Are you okay?
Just leave it.
Sorry.
They said if your characters didn't have the ending they deserved, if something bad happened to them, it got cut abruptly, they were killed, etc., what you can do for your own catharsis, and this isn't going to work for everyone, I understand that, you can write your own conclusion for your character's story. You can personally, you don't have to share it with anyone, you can write their own, is it epilogue?
Yeah.
You can write their own epilogue. You can write the ending how you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And this was actually in reaction to someone shared some fan art of their absolutely gorgeous characters, and they were a couple, and we were all being like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then the poster was like, they did not meet the end they deserved.
Oh, no.
And this was what prompted Summer to say it. And I think that is such an amazing idea.
Absolutely.
If you've had that happy ending robbed from you.
Yeah. Or just, by unfortunate circumstances.
Yeah, it could be really cathartic for you.
Characters can die.
Totally. Totally. You could have been done really bad by the DM.
Yeah.
It could be a horror story situation. I don't know if that appeals to you. I don't think that would appeal to everyone.
Yeah, maybe not. But it's still a good idea.
Yeah. If you would just prefer to leave.
Yeah.
You can write your own character's conclusion.
Absolutely,
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
I know when we finished your last campaign and I played Willow, I had a really, really, really hard time letting her go. I think maybe something like that, writing out like the rest of her life or what it would look like, probably would have really helped me at that time.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I still think back fondly. And I think of her in her later years enjoying her life with her husband and her children and her friends.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that campaign ended very well for everyone.
It did, yeah. It was a very happy ending.
Yeah, it was a really happy ending.
Go on, Jack, fill the silence.
So do you know what they did at the end of my campaign? The end of my last campaign. I was like, we'd done everything, we'd finished, we were having the wrap-up episode and like tying just bits of story together and like they were getting, rewarded for all of their heroics and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, and that's where we're going to end the campaign. Yeah. And everyone was like, okay. And I was like, do you want to tell me sort of like where you go from here and what you do? And for some reason, I don't know why.
It was Josh. It was
all three is starting to be no. And then my character will die.
No.
And then
no.
This will be his last words. And I'm like, I was like, we don't need to do this,
No.
We can just leave it at this like happy endings of what you did. We don't have to talk about you on your deathbed.
Well, no.
Your last wishes.
It's because Willow was a furbog, so she was going to live considerably longer than everyone else.
Yeah.
And we were talking about we were talking about it, and Josh, his Malisk, was like, yeah.
Josh was a half orc, so the one like definitely lived the least.
Willow and Dimmy got married and had children, and we obviously stayed close with Malisk as well. And Josh was like, Malisk on his deathbed, he would reach out to you and your children, and he would cast Death Ward on you. Man, I'm sorry.
So yeah, he said I'd reach out and I'd cast Death Ward, and it was like the last thing that he did as his like life faded. And after that, Matthew and Margaret were like, yeah, when I die. And I'm like, we don't need to talk about this. We can just leave oh no. We can just leave it at the happiness.
Yeah, wow, I'm sorry, OP, to make this all about me.
Yeah. Nice story, OP, but Margaret.
Yeah, but listen here. Oh my goodness. Matthew, I hope you're immersed.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh man, that fucking eats me up every time.
Back to OP.
Yeah, yes.
Talk to your DM if you want.
If you want
and
to.
Say the things that we said before. Find another campaign potentially and
run it alongside.
So you don't feel so like that you haven't accomplished anything and that you haven't moved forward. And maybe in those times where you just don't move forward because you're too busy doing other things, it doesn't matter because you've got the other campaign
You've got that to scratch that.
To scratch that itch.
Yeah.
And you can leave if you want and write your own ending.
Honestly, it's really, this is so personal to you.
Yeah.
And what you think is important to you. And I think once you figure that out, I think you'll know what the answer is. Yeah. But truly, we really would suggest talking to your DM about it.
Yeah. Or if you don't want to, and you do have the time to join another campaign, that's probably a good idea as well.
Yeah, totally. Wow, I'm so sorry to make that all about me. I'm so sorry I had to cry live on air.
So I don't know why they did that at the end of the campaign. No. I was fine with it, but they all started getting upset and stuff. I was like, no, please. This isn't what I meant.
As you can tell, it still eats me alive to this day, man. Oh, there is tears all over this table.
That's okay.
Oh,
it's wood; it'll soak in.
Yeah, porous.
Yeah.
Is my face all messed up?
No.
Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you, Anonyblaster, for that. Once again, I'm so sorry that I cried in the middle of your submission. I truly am very sorry. That was main character syndrome of me, and I'm sorry.
Margaret, it's your podcast. People come here to listen to what you have to say, so I don't think you should be too upset about it.
Thank you.
But yes, I hope that helps. Mm-hmm. And if you do get it sorted, with advice, we always like to say this.
Yeah.
If anything that we say helps,
please give us a follow-up. Please let us know.
Yeah.
And I hope that if you're in the Discord and you want to follow up with anything, hit us up. You can send us just a private message anytime. Okay, right. This next one, man, my face is all jacked up now, I think.
I didn't write a chapter for number 1, so Margaret's going to get really upset with me.
Don't you worry. I'm already upset, so it's no problem.
So it's all good.
Okay, so this was submitted by Turq, and they go by they, them.
Thank you very much, Turq.
Thank you, Turq. So, I just recently started playing D&D with some friends, and friends of friends that I did not know prior to the game. We play online through voice chat and have a Discord channel to put relevant information and just general talk amongst players. The DM and I are both genderqueer and use they-them pronouns. My character also uses they-them pronouns, and I stated this when I introduced my character and when I put it in the character channel before our first session. I try very hard not to get offended or to correct people when they use the wrong pronouns because I don't want to take away from the game. But sometimes it just gets under my skin and I get really irritated, understandably.
Understandable.
There's one player in particular that doesn't seem to even try to use the correct pronouns, and when corrected, he just tries to brush it off and says he'll try harder. He also misgenders our DM on multiple occasions, and the DM has spoken to him and has gotten the same response. I'm sorry, I'll try harder. Do you have any advice on how to deal with this player, or do I just simply have to suck it up and be okay with being misgendered all the time? No.
No.
You do. There is nothing to suck up here. There is... no. You should never be okay with being misgendered.
No,
ever.
You shouldn't.
And I'm sorry that this happens to you, and I hate to say it, I feel like this happens so often.
It does, yeah.
Especially with they, them. And you know what? I remember one of my friends who I met online role-playing years ago went by they, them. And at the time, I was a stupid fucking 19-year-old who was like, oh, that doesn't grammatically make sense. Shut the fuck up. it does.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't, why does it matter?
No one cares.
You need to make the people around you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And that was what I heard all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so weird to say they, them. It's so weird to say they. Is it they is? Is it they are? Shut up. You are making a problem out of nothing.
Because there's not a problem. The only problem that is being made
not hard.
Is the problem that you're making.
Absolutely.
Nobody else is making the problem here.
No one is making the problem.
Somebody wanting to just be referred to by the pronouns they want to be referred to.
By the pronouns that they actually use.
Like, people wanting that shouldn't be a problem.
It isn't a problem. That's the thing.
Like, it shouldn't be a problem.
And I'm
the fact that you make it a problem is the problem.
Yeah. So, how do you go about dealing with this when this person is not making any attempts to try?
Yeah.
They're just shrugging it off and they're saying, I'm sorry, I'll try harder. I think you honestly need to, every single fucking time they say it wrong, correct them.
Yeah.
You know, like a dog.
Yeah.
Correct them.
Yeah.
There is no shame. You are not being annoying.
No.
You are not pushing it.
No.
You are not being bossy by telling someone.
I think it would be, even if it gets to the point where you do correct and you do correct and you do correct and you do correct and they don't say it right, just stop everything and just say, could you please refer to me by the pronouns that I go by?
Yeah. Or you even do a Brandon and be like, why are you not using my correct pronouns? What is it that you're not understanding?
What is it that you're not understanding about my pronouns?
Yeah, because...
can you tell me? Is there anything we can clear up?
Because that is a non-confrontational, non-aggressive way to ask the question. I don't know, maybe they...
It is tough because this is such a common problem, and, you know, the thing is, it shouldn't be a problem, like we said, because you just want to be referred to
by your fucking gender.
And that shouldn't be an issue. But the thing is, it's them who are making it an issue, but
not
it's you that's suffering.
There's a theme, isn't there? There's a theme here with this. And
and do you want to know? I don't know.
It isn't a big ask.
It's so tough because it's like, does it get to the point where they say, I'll try harder, and it's like, okay, you're not trying hard enough.
You're not trying. You're not trying.
You're not trying.
You're not trying harder.
Yeah, you need to try. Yeah. You're not trying hard enough. So
you mentioned, Turq, that your DM is also genderqueer.
Mm-hmm.
Could you go to your DM and say, they keep fucking misgendering
Apparently
us?
the DM's picked it up as well.
Well, yeah, like, just say, could we please together correct them together?
Yeah.
Like, having you underestimate the power of having just one other person backing you up.
Yeah. It sounds like the DM is currently
100%. I think, you know what, again, if it were me, I wouldn't even let it happen again. I would genuinely go straight to them and just say, hi, like, I've noticed that you are really struggling to refer to me as my pronouns. Could you please let me know why?
If there's anything I can do.
And if there's anything we can do.
Yeah.
To make it easier for you. Because it is really...
It's important to me.
It's important to me.
Yeah.
And it does upset me when you don't refer to me with my preferred pronouns.
Like, you know, I prefer... I come to you with your preferred pronouns. Yeah. So why can't you do that to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just respect.
Exactly. Maybe the player needs just literally just a one-on-one, quick, doesn't have to be confrontational, doesn't have to be aggressive, just a one-on-one serious, please, can you use my...
I do hope it is just them making a mistake.
Yeah, to give them the benefit of the doubt.
To give them the benefit that I do hope.
Hopefully it's not coming...
is it.
Not from a place of malice, but from a place of ignorance.
I hope that is it.
I also...
And I think maybe doing that, like Margaret said, going to them and just saying, like, you aren't referring to me by my proper pronouns.
Yeah.
Can we do something to make you do it properly?
Yeah.
And, you know, that might worm out the fact that if it is a genuine mistake.
Exactly.
Or
is there something else behind it?
A little bit more malicious.
And Turq, if there's something else behind it, you have the answer there.
You have the answer there.
You have the answer there. They should not be playing with you.
No, and if that's the case and they don't want to because they don't believe in it or something stupid like that, you just go straight to the DM and the DM needs to kick them out.
100%. And let's not jump the gun. Let's hope that is not the situation, because I fucking would really like to think it's not.
I'd love to hope that it's not. And I'm going to give this person the benefit of the doubt, because they say that they're going to try harder.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like they're trying particularly hard right now.
And you know, Turq, you've mentioned when you bring it up to them, he just brushes it off, says he'll try harder. Now, again, it can be difficult if for example, this person isn't good with confrontation. Not that that's confrontation, but if you've said it in the chat with other people there, it could be their defense mechanism to be like, yeah, whatever.
Like a little bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
For them.
I truly, truly hope and would like to think if you got this person one-on-one and just you were honest with them and you told them and said,
just tell them that it's
really
you.
It's really important to me, and and you can say I know you don't do it out of malice if you believe that that's the case.
If you believe that that's the case,
yeah, I think there is totally avenues you can go down. I would have the chat, and honestly, I would correct them every single time.
Every time.
And I would really like to hope that the people around you would do that for you as well.
Yeah.
I would really like to hope that. There was a situation in the first campaign we played in where RDM had a non-binary person, and it happens sometimes he ended up referring to them as she.
Yeah,
and it was literally as simple as going they.
Yeah.
And the DM would be like, "Oh of course, yes, sorry, exactly." So there's no
happens in my campaign sometimes.
100%. It happens.
It happens, you know.
It shouldn't, because
no, it shouldn't.
It should be as simple as she and him. I don't know why it seems to be this mind-boggling thing that confuses people to use they and them.
Yeah, I know.
Which it shouldn't be.
No,
it's stupid and lame that it is.
Yeah.
But I really hope that this person isn't coming from a place of malice, Turq. I'm sorry, and please have a chat to them and correct them.
Yes.
And don't let them get away with it.
No, don't let them get away with it.
You have nothing to suck up. And you should not be okay with it.
It has a thing in it. You shouldn't be sucking it up in the first place.
Yeah, how is it even sucking it up?
I don't know. You shouldn't be. The thing is, it shouldn't be a problem in the first place.
Totally.
So the fact that they're getting it wrong is where the problem stems from.
Yeah.
So they're creating the problem.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they don't like confrontation, maybe they should just get your fucking pronouns.
Yeah, I know. Maybe they should just pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah. A little bit of care to the people around you.
Totally. If you have an update on this, Turq, please let us know. We'd love to hear it. Sorry to hear that, and I hope it works out.
Yeah,
more than anything.
No, Turq.
And you deserve to be respected.
Right, you do. Everyone does.
Of course.
Well.
I say that. Okay, so on to the next one.
Yes.
I see your little fingies aren't going on the keyboard there. Yeah. Pop it down. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this has been submitted by Anonymous, and they go by they, them.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Anonymous.
Thank you very much.
So I have been a DM for a little over a year. We started out playing the books, but after a while, I decided to create my own homebrew campaign. This campaign has been going on for a few months, and I am now realizing my players might not like the twist that I have planned for their story. Basically, the big bad has actually been traveling with them the whole time, lying about who they really are. The big bad has been trying to use the players to get back to their home realm, the Feywild, so they can take over and basically become a god, and will most likely kill any players who do not bow to their whim. I am afraid that after trusting this character for so long and even rescuing the big bad from a major evil, my players will hate me for the betrayal. Should I change the story? What, if any, advice do you have for me, please? Oh, boy.
This is tough, because I know that, like, you guys all...
Oh, we would eat that up.
You would love that.
We would eat that up.
You like it when the bad
breakfast.
guys... You like it when the bad guys are smart.
Yep. Love a in-depth bad guy.
Yeah,
yep.
And they trick you or something like that. And
love being bamboozled.
Yeah.
To be honest. Like, we would love this. So,
yeah, you would love this.
You know, we're probably biased on this because we would love this. So I guess the first question is, what leads you to believe that they won't like it?
Yeah. So, to me, at the beginning of the campaign, I always ask my players what they want. And they know that also means, like, in terms of, like, bad guys or, like, the story or where it'll go. And, you know, they're always like, oh, I love a bit of betrayal and stuff like that. So I know that those things are okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you can do this like maybe a Resession 0 where you go in and be like, so, the campaign is in full swing now.
Yeah, yeah.
And, we're going to be coming to some like major plot points. And I want to just make sure that everyone's like, I want to just make sure everybody's getting what they want out of the campaign.
Yeah, totally.
So, is there any themes you'd like me to touch on? Any like plot twists you might like envision or something like that? And you can sort of get a feel of what they would like.
Yeah.
Also, another little bit of advice from a DM is, if you're excited for it, I would still do it. Because you're going to have fun too.
Yeah, and you're a player as well,
and
totally.
I always find that the things that I'm most excited for end up being the biggest moments of the campaign.
Totally.
Because I convey them better because I'm so excited for them.
Yeah, totally. Because you can put your whole heart behind them.
Yeah, when I'm doing it, like, I don't know, the descriptions are just better.
Totally, yeah, because you're into it.
Because I'm into it.
Yeah,
and I'm just fucking going for it.
Totally.
So, if you're excited for it, I don't know. Like, I think you would need to find out, if you do that Resession 0 and you find out some themes that they like, if they're like, I fucking hate a betrayal, then you sort of like...
Yeah, I think, because the thing is, you obviously don't want to go straight out and be like, there's going to be a betrayal, is everyone okay with it? Because
don't do that.
That blows it out of the water, right?
Yeah.
Like, you could do something simple, like when we have Session 0s, we have a questionnaire we send out, and you could just, similar to...
She's getting handsy. She's getting all handsy.
Goodness gracious me.
She's doing me.
You could have a Resession 0 and send out a questionnaire, and you could have, are you okay with list loads of things?
Yeah.
Have betrayal in there.
What themes? Yeah. Themes that you are excited to explore, and they can give you a few examples.
Exactly. And then things you are not okay to explore. Have exactly the same list. And see if betrayal comes up there.
Maybe, something like that.
I know that's a super convoluted way to do it.
Something like that. Maybe find out like places they'd like the story to go, places they wouldn't like the story to go. Just you can just say like we're in a bit of a like before things kick off here and there.
Yeah, totally.
I just want to like send this out to you because I had a great idea, and I just want to make sure that it would be fitting with some of yours.
Yeah, and I just want to make sure that everyone's going to be comfortable going forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's no better way to do it because it proves to players as well that you care and you're thinking about them, which they will appreciate. I guess it's hard. It's hard to give proper advice, not knowing what the signs are leading up to you.
That was the
this.
last thing I was going to say. Have you put in any signs that the bad guy is with them?
Yes.
Like, in terms of a narrative, in terms of a narrative plot point, has there been any sign where they've been a bit like, that was weird?
Has there been anything to even give them the inkling that something
it doesn't have to be something super obvious. It can just be a few things, but make it a note to mention it in the session.
Yeah.
And that just gets your players thinking.
Yeah.
There was I remember saying the other day in the Discord, somebody was asking me a question about something similar like this. In my first campaign, is that your Reese's piece?
Yeah.
Is it good? Is that last bit?
Yeah, do you want it?
No, it's all right.
You sure?
Yeah, it's okay. You go for it.
Okay.
The first campaign that I did, the king was basically captured, and there was a Rakshasa in his place, trying to fulfill. He was like a henchman for the big bad, and he was just trying to like guide the group in the right places. There was just certain things that I did that made him just a little bit, just something wasn't right.
And if I didn't think that man was sussy, I sniffed it out immediately.
Old man king, and one of the first, they found this pillar that the Rakshasa wanted to find for the big bad guy because they wanted to get rid of the pillar. They immediately, the first time they met the king, he walked into the room after them with a bunch of guards. He swam across the water like he was a spring chicken. He hopped up onto the platform where this pillar was and began to like dispel the magic. He turned around and he thanked you, and then they began to have a conversation. But just that first moment, he just swam across the water, walked up to the pillar, dispelled the magic without saying anything.
It was real dodgy.
And, after that point, I didn't have to do anything else.
Yep.
I didn't have to do anything else.
Because I, in particular, was so suspect.
Because it was just a weird thing to do.
Yeah,
with
totally.
with no context.
Totally.
And then from that moment, you guys were just like...
From that point onwards, it was insight check after insight check, and thankfully I rolled really high on it.
Yeah, and you got a few bits.
Every interaction. There was something weird where my character, Willow, who I literally just cried about 5 minutes ago, she was very naive. She didn't really know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
And she just made a comment, and she was like, do you live in the castle? She was like, where do you live? And he was like, in the castle. And Willow was like, he said that really fucking weird. Turns out he did. Turns out he said it really weird.
It was just one thing that I did really early, just set the tone that there was something just not right about him.
Totally.
And that was all I needed to do.
Yeah.
And like, I could tell how much they wanted to find out if he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Now. And that I didn't even need to ask. They were interested.
Yeah, exactly.
I could tell.
You know what, Jack? That is great advice. That's a really, really great point.
Oh, thanks.
No, it is. No, it is. That's a really great point. Like, if you're worried about it, start setting it up.
Set it up.
And I know it's a fine line, right, between giving just enough away and not enough away.
And that is hard to do.
It is. That's a hard line to I was going to say to trample. A fucking hard line to trample on, isn't it? But start sowing the seed now.
Yeah.
Start laying it out and see how your players react to it. If they're like, ooh, could this be? And there is nothing like getting some conspiratorial vibes going at that table. Nothing like it.
Well, with my players, that's the case.
Yeah.
Like, they live for it.
Yeah, your players
speculate like hell.
Yeah, your players might not be the same, but
and then you'll begin to realize what your players like and what they don't like.
Totally.
And that's how you write a good story. You write it for your players' wants and their needs.
Yeah, I rescind everything I said prior. I think what Jack said
that's still all great advice.
Yeah, I think yours trumps all of it though. Start sowing the seed. See how they react.
Yeah, begin to make it a little bit obvious.
See how the reception to it is, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
You know what? As well as the point I wanted to make was sometimes as a player, if you get blindsided like that in such a dramatic way, which that is a huge thing to have happened, to have someone in your party for the whole time suddenly be the big bad. That is something that will blindside you.
Yeah.
If there isn't any setup.
Like context clues.
That also kind of does toe the line of, well, you blindsided us, and now we're a bit frustrated and a bit upset that you blindsided us so heavily. Like, there's a fine line there again, and I'm that's just me talking personally as a player.
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you've got time, just begin.
Totally.
Begin to just drop them clues.
Yeah, I don't know if I would necessarily recommend suddenly, out of the blue, without dropping any hints, just doing that, because
the thing is, right, you can drop a massive clue and then just have them play it off like nothing.
Yeah.
But as soon as that doubt's in,
it's not going to go.
It's not going to go.
Not going to go.
It's not going to leave.
It's not going to leave.
I promise.
Totally.
I promise you.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I hope that helps.
Yeah.
I really hope that helps.
Yeah, definitely.
And once again, please, if you have an update to it, please let us know. I really hope that it goes well.
And who's the bad guy?
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That, first of all, I would love that as a player.
See, my table would love that for them.
Yeah, would love that.
Would love it.
I really hope that goes well, and I hope that helps. Please keep us updated. Okay, so this next one, this was sent in by another Anonyblaster. They just said, I'll be an Anonoblaster. Male. So...
Yeah, you will.
Thank you, Anonyblaster.
You be whatever you want, baby.
Thank you for your submission.
Thank you so much for your submission.
So, hi, I'm looking to see if you guys might have any advice for an issue that has arose with me. I've DM'd a game that has gone on for almost a year now and largely with no issues. However, a big one has shown up and I'm unsure how to proceed. 2 of my players approached me and said that they aren't having fun anymore, and they think it's because of 2 of the other players. It's a party of 6, so there are 2 other players that haven't been involved much. One of the problem players almost always shows up late, almost always leaves early, and is sometimes very chaotic and disruptive in session. The other problem player, I think, is one of the youngest in the group, and I think that they have a case of main character syndrome. Like me.
You aren't that bad.
They often talk about all their characters and how cool they are, occasionally taking moments spent on other characters. They seem to expect the other party members to be more interested in their character, but doesn't give much of a reason for them to be interested by not having much conversation with the others directly.
Mm-hmm.
In short, the two who approached me with this issue suggested that maybe it is the best for the game going forward if it is only a 4-person party, with the players who I trust the most. For further context, these 4 players I know pretty well and can trust. The 2 problem players are new. I am confident there isn't any maliciousness in the people who approached me with this problem, but I don't want to be rash or hurt anyone because I think they're all good people.
Okay. I think that turning up late and leaving early is a problem.
That I agree. I think
genuine.
Genuinely, I think that is a problem.
Like, everyone else turns up on time.
Yeah.
And, it would fucking piss me off if I was like, right, we're starting at 6, and then somebody turned up at like 6:30, quarter to 7. And
then left early as well.
I'm busy too.
Yeah.
And I have a life to lead.
Yeah.
I make time for this as well. So if you're going to say you're going to be there, at least be there. At least be there on time and be there for the amount of time that we said we're going to do it.
Yes, yeah. Now, we don't know what the reason is that they leave early. We don't even know the reason that they arrive late. However...
I mean, but if there is a reason, let somebody know.
Totally. And it doesn't sound like there has been a reason given.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they're very chaotic and they disrupt the session as well.
It depends how... I don't have an example about how... Chaos can happen at any moment in
100%
D&D.
with anyone.
But if somebody's just intentionally going out of their way to be a little chaos gremlin in like a bad way that just completely disrupts everything,
disrupts the session,
then that is annoying.
A difference. Like, chaos is hilarious. Love chaos. When it disrupts the session, that's when it goes too far. I would say. Now, the other player, the youngest in the group, and they have a case of main character syndrome. Now, you say these players are new. I think that can be quite a normal thing. With
a new player,
With a new player coming into a group of experienced players, or just a group in general. I think that is quite a common thing.
Agree.
And I don't think that should be a pass, because it is annoying.
Yeah, oh god, it is annoying. If the worst part of it, like, if I think they said this, the worst part of this is taking somebody else's moment. Like, if there's a character moment, I'm pretty sure it says that.
Well, they say they often talk about their characters and how cool they are, and occasionally taking moments spent on other characters.
Like, there you go.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's having some intense roleplay, or somebody's having like something revealed about their story, and you just interrupt and start talking about yourself. Like, let everybody have a moment.
Totally.
You will.
Totally. Yes.
You will have a moment.
100%.
And like, Abby's just had a character moment.
Yeah.
You all made it very much about Abby. Now Matthew's about to have a character moment, we think. It's going to be very much about Matthew.
Yeah.
Yours is probably the next one we're going to touch on. Then it'll all be about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone will get their time.
Totally.
Just support your friends.
Totally.
Because when it comes to your character moment, if you treat them with literally zero respect and haven't paid attention,
why would they do the same for you?
Why the fuck are they going to do the same for you?
Totally. Like, respect is something that is earned 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you should 100% respect the players, because there's
show
nothing...
people the respect that you want to be shown.
Totally. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know what? The fact that 2 of the other players have come to you and said they're not enjoying it, obviously something has to be done, right? Yeah. Something has to change.
You need to speak to these 2 players
100%.
About the problems that the other 2 have.
Yeah, I think at this point now, because it's been brought up,
they've done the right thing.
Well, no, 100%.
And come to you first.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, no, it's fair, yeah. Coming in and being like, I think it would be better without them, but these are the problems we have.
Yeah.
Because that gives you an option to figure it out first.
Yes.
Before doing, like you said, acting too rash, which is
totally.
Great, by the way.
Yeah, totally.
You've done a fantastic thing to
take a step back.
To do that before.
Especially because you say you think they're all good people.
I think go to these 2 that came to you and be like, I heard what you said.
Yep.
Let me try and fix it first.
Yeah.
Because I do believe they're good people.
Yep.
And it's just a bit of either miscommunication or like our expectations aren't like hitting on the same marks.
Yeah.
Let me try and do it first. If the behavior still continues,
then at that point,
we know.
Yes.
Then we know that you 2 aren't compatible with those 2, and then we'll go from there.
I would frame it as like, please trust my judgment on this.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work out, then yes, I will consider taking it down to a 4-person party.
Yeah.
But they're good people, and I would maybe get them to say, like, they're good people.
Yeah.
Like, let's give them another chance.
Give them a chance.
They're new. Think about when you were new and if this had happened to you. And then I'm almost certain your players would be happy to hear you out.
Yeah, I definitely think that giving them a chance is the right thing to do.
Yeah, and if your other players are good enough communicators to actually come to you with an issue,
I think it sounds like they are. Yeah,
they'll be willing to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, agreed.
And then
I definitely would go to those two though and say like, this is the plan. Like you've come to me. I appreciate it.
Yep. Here's what we're gonna do.
Here's what we're gonna do because I want to do something about it because I want you to be happy while you play D&D.
Meet me in the middle. Let me be the middleman here. Let me try and sort it out, and then all you have to do. I say all you have to do. It's not that easy.
It's simple. It's all you gotta do.
All you gotta do. It's really not that easy, and I know it's not. And it's gonna be a hard conversation, but you need to get the other two. Maybe not together at first, maybe individually.
Yeah, I think messaging them individually
and talking to them and being honest and say what you said here. You're good people. We don't want to be rash.
Yeah,
but
I want to.
There's a couple of things that I'm hoping we can smooth out going forward.
Yeah,
and it's really important to me and the rest of the players that these things are sorted out. Would you be happy to work with me on this?
And if they say no, then you say,
all right, well then.
Basically, at that point, your hands are tied. Like, you know what you need to do, really.
Like, they might not realise they're being like this.
Exactly.
Now, granted, the turning up late, the leaving early, they know they're doing that.
Yeah, they know they're doing that.
Like, I would definitely try to get, if they could even just give you, like, a reason as to why that is. Like, get them to tell you why. See if you can resolve that. If it's something...
Can you start at a different time? Can you end at a different time? Can you play on a different day? There's loads of things.
Yeah, and like the chaos and the disruptive, you just need to tell them. Sometimes you disrupt the session a bit too
maybe
much.
Sometimes we need to rein it in a little bit.
And like, I love that you have fun and that you're being chaotic, but maybe if I tell you the moment's over, it's over. Like, just respect that. If I obviously try to move you on.
I bet as well that if the turning up late and leaving early was resolved, the chaos would probably be less of a problem.
Yeah, totally.
Because I bet those other two players are a bit annoyed with that person
because
anyway.
They're already delaying
and then the other things are becoming more of a problem.
Exactly.
So I can guarantee if those two things are sorted out, the chaos will become less of a problem. Yep. And if the chaos still pursues, then you can do it.
Totally. Yeah. And like, the main character syndrome thing, man, we have all been there. We have all been there. I am so guilty of doing it sometimes.
I don't feel like you are.
Oh, thank you.
I don't feel like you have ever been.
Cut to me 10 minutes ago crying at someone else's submission because of my character.
You were just telling us. I was telling a story about you.
Thank you.
But no, Margaret's very respectful when it comes to like other people's character stories. You want to not take the moment away from them.
No, never. No.
And want to, like, what do you want to do?
No,
like, this is your backstory. Where do we go? Like,
I do really try in those moments when it's obviously their backstory. If there's ever a decision, I think we're all good for this.
All of you are great for it.
All defer to the person whose backstory it is and 100%. Say, what do you want to do? And then we always follow what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's just how it works.
And you are a group, and like you can still make decisions as a group. But like you make sure
you want to hear from them.
You want to hear from that person, don't you?
Totally. So main character syndrome, that is such a normal thing. It doesn't stop it being fucking annoying because it is annoying, obviously, especially if they're taking away from other characters.
That's the bit that upsets me.
That is, to be honest, that could be quite a simple conversation. And you could just say, I love that you're so into your character, and I promise your character has moments coming, but sometimes in other moments, just let the others flourish. Listen to the other characters sometimes, 100%. And you can still be involved.
Yeah,
but everyone needs a slice of the pie.
Everyone needs a slice of the pie. You need to, if somebody's having a moment, not talking about yourself, it's probably the right thing to do. Yeah. And I think maybe if they might not even realize that they're doing it. So if you just 100%. Bring it up to them, they might be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, shit, I didn't realize." Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, totally. And again, we have to take your word on this, OP, that you say they're good people. So it doesn't seem like you said it yourself. It's not malicious. So I would try get the other two players on side.
Yeah.
Say, just give them another chance. Talk to the other two. See how it goes. If nothing changes, or if you get a response of, I'm not fucking changing, you have your answer.
Yeah.
You have your answer, but I hope that helps.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
And
hope any of that helps. Let us know.
Once again, please follow it up if you have any updates for us, because we would love to hear them. Okay, on to the next one. And this has been sent in by Anonyblaster.
Yeah, it has.
And they go by he, him, they. And then in brackets, after Anonyblaster, they have, just to make Margaret say it. This is obviously my ass.
Yeah.
I was not down with the Squadblaster.
You are now, though.
How times have changed.
Squaddy bees.
My squaddy bees. My blasters. My babies. My babies.
My babies.
My babies. Okay, so hi both. Love the Podblast and absolutely love the inspiration tokens and the glass that arrived today.
Oh, sick.
Thank you. Thank you
nice,
so much.
awesome. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. We have a small business and they're referring to some items that
Shield the small business.
Hell
small
yeah.
business link in the bio. Hellbound Ice.
Oh, thank you, Anonyblaster. That's so sweet of you. So first, for context, I'm the DM of an in-person group. We play once a week for around 4 to 5 hours each time. I don't know why I said it like that.
Each time. Sounds like us. We play for about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. We've been playing for about 2 years now, as this is a group. We've been playing for about 2 years now as this group, but a few of us have been playing together for longer. We're now in the 3rd campaign. My last one ended just short of a year. Then another DM took over for a shorter campaign, and we're now around 4 sessions into this new one.
Nice.
It's a great group, and we all get along. To the extent that many times we've ended up playing for an extra session or 2 in the week with very little notice. Oh, nice, I love that.
Nice.
Love that for you, Anonyblaster. My issue is I'm very hesitant about certain things, even after all this time. I'm gay and the rest of the group are straight, and 2 are made up of couples, with 1 bi member. Though they've told me this, I'm unsure if the others in the group know. I've been wanting to add more LGBT plus characters in the group, mainly NPCs, etc. But I really struggle in doing this as I'm unsure how it will all go down. I feel rather awkward about doing this, even though it wouldn't be overt or having NPC/PC relationships. I know in the past one slightly problematic player, they've put in brackets, drinking a lot during sessions and being a little more overbearing, but we'll save that for a fun horror story I can submit.
Okay.
They have, not in my presence, but I heard of a rather long exchange, expressed some anti-trans views. And another player, a family member, not being the best of these things at times, despite absolutely thinking they're the most ally to ever ally. We all know one. My question is, do I just come up with an LGBT character when I need next to prominent NPC? Or do I make an NPC they know/love already, LGBT, or just not bother if it may cause some issues? I'm not 100% sure on it, but I've got some hella anxiety at times, and the last thing I need while DMing is to deal with these issues. Is it best to broach the subject? Broach?
Approach.
It says broach. Sorry, look at me calling you out. It says
what
broach.
What are you saying broach for?
Is the best...
Just skip to the bit after.
Is it best to broach the subject out of character, above table prior, just do it, or leave it? At the end of the day, this is my homebrew world that I've put a lot of time into, and I want to show all shapes and colours as it means a lot to me.
Then do it.
Like, you... Listen, every time you make a new NPC, and they are straight, they are married, they have a relationship, and it's like a cis, straight relationship. Do you feel the need, like, you have to say, oh, they're in a straight marriage? You don't,
like,
do you?
Like you said, you're a gay man.
Yeah.
I bet you don't walk in the room and go, I'm gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah. So, and you know what? We live in a climate where you're made to feel different because of these things.
And you're not.
But you're absolutely not.
No.
And you should approach these things in the same way you would approach creating any other
100%.
PC.
Yeah.
Like,
you can just have a trans NPC.
Yeah.
That goes by they, them. It doesn't need to be like, I'm trans. It's just...
Yeah, you could have a non-binary NPC. Like, it's exactly the same as your, like, cisgendered NPCs.
You can have a gay NPC. You can turn one of the NPCs that hasn't had any relationship of any kind gay.
Yeah, of course you can.
That's fine. Of course you can. And if the thing is, you were like, should I ignore it? Should I do it? Should I bring it up before game? I was going to say, well, it depends. It depends. Like, are you doing it for any... But the thing is, you want to do it.
You want to do it
because... if you want to do it, it's your world.
Yeah.
And it's fucking fantasy, by the way.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anything you want, you can do.
And, you said you want to show all shapes and colours as it is. Then do it.
Do it. It's your game. Put in what you want.
It's important that there is diversity in these games. Because if there isn't diversity in these games, then it's not... There could be someone at your table who desperately wants to see themselves in that position. Like, I don't want to get into it too much, right? But the whole release of the new Little Mermaid movie, right, with Ariel being a woman of color, and how the Black community rejoiced over it because they've never seen a Disney princess like that represented for them, and that was a huge thing for them, and it was an important thing for them,
and that's good. That's amazing. 100%. That's a fantastic thing. That's a great thing for the Black community.
Yeah,
to 100%. Have representation.
More than anything, absolutely.
Look, I'm a straight white man.
Yeah.
We don't need any more representation. There is no need. I don't need it. No. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, big up these minority communities.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, you probably are outnumbered.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're the one who's been through this. You're the one who wants to show shapes and sizes. You're the one who's running the game.
Yeah.
Do what you want. If it matters to you,
do it.
Do it. Don't let anyone scare you.
No.
And also, this isn't the point of the thing. But if this person has anti-trans views, I don't want to say kick them out.
Yeah.
But that's not good.
No.
And that's not okay.
No.
To have those views.
Yeah, totally.
So I don't know if something needs bringing up with that person.
Yeah, like it's a hard situation because you've heard second hand from someone else, which might not always be the most like representative of what the conversation was.
Yeah.
But I would say if that person even shows an inkling.
Yeah.
If
you put it in and they have a problem with it, they're fucking gone.
You need to ask them why they feel like it's appropriate to have a negative response to that.
And they shouldn't have a problem with it.
No, they shouldn't.
And it's your world.
They shouldn't. And
you can put in that world whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. And again, the thing is, you have to think of it like all your other NPCs who are straight, right?
Yeah.
Who are heterosexual, you don't even question it because they're not out there being like, oh, I love women or men.
They don't just walk around going, I'm straight.
Totally.
And stuff like that.
And that means that your queer NPCs they're not going to do that either.
You know, like if this person says, well, I've got a problem with it if they're gay, then you can just be like, well, all my other NPCs are gay, you just didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't have a problem with them then, did you?
Yeah.
When you didn't know.
So suddenly why?
So why is there a problem now?
Yeah. That is a completely different conversation. But I'm sorry that you feel like you've been made to feel like it could potentially be a problem, and it isn't.
It's not.
And sometimes you just need an outside perspective to say it's not. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
You totally.
I have a gay queer people in my game.
Yeah.
I had a gay orc couple before. Yeah. A cute gay orc couple.
You did. But that wasn't what defined them.
No, they were just a gay orc couple.
They were just married.
One of them was a fucking badass.
One of them was an absolute legend.
Magdora, he was called.
He was a shaman.
Yeah, my shaman on World of Warcraft.
And he literally saved one of our lives.
Yeah,
literally
100%,
saved one of our
100%.
lives. Like, again, we don't remember them as, the gay couple.
No.
Like, we remember him as Magdora, the shaman that saved Dim's life.
And they then like moved into where Josh was from because they needed a new place to live because like the place that they lived was becoming like uninhabitable.
Yeah. You know what? It was literally as simple as you just said, "Oh yeah, his husband."
Yeah, his husband.
That was it. And no one even batted an eyelid. And you can do it literally as simply as that.
You can just, if you want, like, because that's the thing. It's tough because you want to represent them in your game, but you don't want to just be like, this character's gay. You know what I mean?
You don't want to make a caricature out of them either.
So you want to just say, like, something like that. Like, oh yeah, my husband.
Yeah,
or like,
my husband.
My wife.
Exactly.
Or, anything like that.
Yeah.
Or they do this.
You could
do that.
You could simply be my partner.
Yeah, my partner.
Let's normalize partner, by the way.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's absolute normalize my partner.
My partner.
My partner.
Yeah.
My life companion. Oh. Yeah, no, that honestly.
Yeah. And like it's not about that yet. Mm-hmm. But if somebody does have a problem with it, then if you need some more advice, come to us. We can help you.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Absolutely.
But yeah, just if you want to, the whole point is you want to just do it.
You want to see yourself in these games. You want to see yourself.
100%.
I know we play for it to be fantasy and we don't want it to reflect real life, but you want to see representation of yourself.
Of course you do.
Of course,
it's your game.
Naturally.
Do what you want.
Of course.
And if you want to put gay, queer, trans people, whatever,
then fucking do it.
Do it. Live your best life and
totally,
do it.
Then do it. I promise. No one should care.
No.
And if they do, that's their fucking problem.
Yeah, 100%.
Not
Fuck
yours.
Them.
Absolutely.
It's me already fucking with my pitchfork out.
Oh, yeah. Kill him!
I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm waiting for it to go wrong, but no, I won't. I promise you. I want to give you all the positivity in the world. It will not go wrong.
It will not. It will not.
And it can be something nice and subtle, like you said, like my husband, my wife, my partner.
Yep. Something as simple as that.
Just referring to somebody as they, them.
100%.
You are representing without, like you said, making a caricature of it. 100%.
Totally. Oh, I hope that helps, Anonyblaster.
I hope it helps.
Please keep us updated, and thank you so much for purchasing from our small business.
Oh my God,
we really appreciate that. Glad you like them.
We appreciate you so much.
Totally. All right, on to the next one, and this one has been sent in by the third Jerry.
The third Jerry.
Yeah, and Jerry goes by he, him. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
Thank you.
Thank you for sending me that Spotify playlist. I've been listening to it, and it is very good. Out.
I saw the first song was Trapped Under Ice.
It was extremely good. Yeah, me and Margaret are both big Trapped Under Ice.
Love Trapped Under Ice.
Love Trapped Under Ice.
All right.
You're the best.
He starts with Master Blaster Jack and Queen Blaster Margaret.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I am getting closer and closer to possibly trying to run my own D&D 5e game. I've been bouncing the idea around in my head of DMing for a few years now, but I really don't know where to start. Could you guys possibly give me a checklist on the most important things to have ready before you start a campaign? Like a top 10 maybe. Thank you so much for answering all of our submissions and being the people's beacon of hope in the D&D community. Oh. You're going to make me cry. Oh. The third Jerry of the SB Army blasting off. Oh,
blasting
thanks,
off again.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Thank you.
So, we do have a session 0 video.
Totally. So, yes. Write this down, Jack.
Oh my God, here we go.
I will put the link.
Give me a second.
I'll put the link to the full session 0 video we have here. This has everything you need to know before you actually host your first session.
Yeah.
This is, Jerry, we cannot stress it enough. Having a session 0 is so important.
So important. Because the thing is, right, if you have a session 0, you are putting yourself in a position to succeed more than anything else.
Totally.
You're putting yourself in a position to have a good time by setting everyone's expectations, like in terms of roleplay, combat, themes that they can expect, the world primer, all of those good things that are in the session 0. You're going to get all of that information out to your players so they can be like, okay, I know that it's going to be more roleplay, totally fine with that. Less combat, totally fine with that. I'm going to build my character around the fact that it's a Norse, like my game, a Norse game. I'm going to be a fucking Viking. Do you know what I mean? Then you can fit.
Totally.
If you come up to the Norse game and you're a slime,
oh, leave them alone.
Not wrong with slimes.
Leave the slimes alone. Everyone.
An ooze.
So tell him, leave them alone.
Or like an ooze, you maybe won't fit. So it's like just getting on the same page.
Yeah.
Make sure you all vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Make sure you're all just like comfortable with each other.
Yeah, and it's your player's chance as well. It's you to suss out your players and your players to suss you out.
Yeah.
Cannot stress the importance of a session 0
but
enough.
Did he say if he wants to make it a homebrew?
You keep talking, I'll read again. No, okay. He just says he's had bouncing the ideas in my head of DMing for a few years.
Okay.
Now.
If you want, a very common place for a lot of people to start is the Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Yes, totally. Yeah, as a module.
Start with a module if you aren't totally comfortable.
Yeah.
Lost Mines of Phandelver is commonly used because it is
the beginner.
It's like a level 1 begin sort of. I think it's that level. Like a perfect starting adventure where you can do the dungeon crawl and stuff like that, and then a lot of people just use that as a kicking off point to then crack on with the rest of the campaign.
Totally. And that doesn't mean you know, I don't know a single person who has played a module who hasn't had some element of a homebrew in it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You have everything sorted for you, and you can elaborate it on it and not do whatever you don't want to do in it. Because
the thing is, right, if you do, let's just say you do Lost Mines of Phandelver.
You said doo-doo.
If you do Lost Mines of Phandelver and you like it, then you can be like, okay, I'm ready. I know I want a DM.
Totally.
Because the thing is, right, you might not like even just the simple fact of everyone relies on you.
Oh man, that's what I hated.
That's what Margaret hated. She just hated everyone looking at her.
Yeah.
And, you know,
relying on me to push the thing forward.
Yeah, like
totally.
You might just not like that. You might just start and then realize that you actually prefer being a player.
Yeah.
So starting with something like Phandelver is perfect.
Now
then
you totally don't have to run a module if you don't want to, but that is a great starting off point.
Yeah, you could even start with just a one shot.
Totally. Yeah.
In my opinion, one shots are kind of hard to write, but you can do.
Totally. So the thing is, the Session 0 video goes over pretty much everything we would recommend for like the top 10 maybe. Have a world primer. If you're not doing a module, or even if you are doing a module, let your players know.
Yeah.
Have a world primer if it's a homebrew.
Yeah.
And have like a solid idea of what the theming's going to be.
Yeah.
And the characters will write themselves.
The world primer and the campaign primer is so, it doesn't have to be like an in-depth history.
Yeah.
It can purely just be like, it's set in this sort of time, this sort of era, this sort of just like style.
Yeah.
Like it's like a gangster themed noir.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then your characters are like, okay.
Totally.
You begin to, you know, if it's just classic fantasy, then fucking anything goes.
Yeah, totally.
So I think having a world primer is the most important thing.
Definitely.
Before you start.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, then you know, if you haven't DM'd before, when you get the Session 0, you can be like, well, I'm going to do it rules as written, unless anyone's got any ideas.
Yeah, indeed.
And if we can all talk about it now and we want to do it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And my last piece of advice is the most simple.
Go on.
Just fucking do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Just because the thing is, you will never know if you like it until you sit behind that DM screen.
Totally.
And you begin.
Because I found what happened with me, I romanticized the idea of being a DM a lot. And Jerry, I'm not saying that this is your situation. I personally romanticized it a lot. And I loved the idea of like, oh, I can create these NPCs and these amazing moments and get the music and have the lighting and all of this stuff. And I didn't think really beyond that. When I got behind the seat and the screen, I realized there is so much more to this than I was romanticizing. I looked at it through like a rose-tinted goggles because as a player, I got to experience those bits that I enjoyed. And I didn't think of having to think of stat blocks for monsters and having to think of everyone's abilities and stuff. And again, Jerry, I'm not saying that this is what you're doing right now, but the point is I would have never known unless I tried it.
Yeah, and you know, you don't even like, if you want to just, you don't need to think up homebrew monsters.
No,
just
of
because,
course not.
Just because some people do that doesn't mean you need to do that.
Yeah.
The game can function 100% with just content that's already been put out before.
Well, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Like, if you are, like, maybe, I don't like being like, get the books and stuff like that because, you know, they're fucking expensive.
They are expensive. However, one thing I will say is, I'm going to sound so old. Facebook Marketplace. I've mentioned this before.
Yeah, no, it's a great.
Facebook Marketplace is such a great resource to find. eBay.
Get yourself a secondhand.
Just get a secondhand book.
If you do want to get the book, but like I tell you what, fucking did save my life was the Monster Manual.
Yeah, totally.
Because you know sometimes I can't think of a homebrew monster. I homebrew 90% of my monsters, but for those times where I just don't have enough time.
Yeah, totally.
I will just flick through and be like, oh, sick, that looks good.
Sick. Yeah,
I'll just reskin it and use that.
Yeah, another great piece of advice for the books is if you have a local library, your local library genuinely could very well have a copy of the books.
Yeah, never thought of that.
I saw a TikTok the other day where someone was like, I just picked up the Player's Handbook from the library.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There's resources everywhere. That applies to everyone.
Yeah,
by the way.
100%.
Check your local library, please. Support them.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that if you've been thinking about it for so many years, just do it.
If it's been that little earworm, Jerry, just do it.
Just do it. Like, Jerry, you're part of the Discord. Get yourself in the DM LFG and put yourself forward and just say, I'm a first-time DM, just want to run a Lost Mines of Phandelver to see if I'm fancying it. I just want to run one shot to see if I like it. Just want to run
something to see if I like it.
Somebody else did it today.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, I'm a first-time DM and I want to just see if I fancy it.
Totally.
And like, there's no better way than playing with a bunch of like-minded people who are more than happy for you to take to have your first time.
Exactly.
Because they're going to understand.
Exactly.
So, like, Jerry, tell you what, Jerry, I'm going to say it.
Go on.
Jerry, my dude, if you want to run a one-shot, I'll play.
Well, there you go.
I'll play, yeah.
There you bloody well go. Huh? Wow. Oh my goodness.
I think it'll be sick.
Gracious me.
I think it'll be sick. If somebody wants to try DM for the first time, I'll play.
I would also love to play. However, I have a really big complex about saying I'll do something, then there being a chance I might not be able to do it. So I am too scared to say that. But Jack is.
I will 100% play.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to run a game for the first time, I'm not just going to play in everyone's one shots because I'm busy. No offense, but if you want to try DM for the first time and you want to make sure that the people there are, the right people at the
100%.
table, I will play.
Jack, that's great of you.
Of course,
that's really good. That's really good. I would love to say I would do the same, but again, I have a complex, and I'm scared if I say something then don't do it, I'll beat myself up about it for the rest of the time. So,
well, Margaret's a maybe.
I'm a maybe. I'm a maybe to everything.
She's a tentative.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Jerry. Honestly, if you're thinking about it, that's what you did. You literally were like, we at the time you started DMing, we were desperate to play.
Yeah, we wanted to play
games.
some more D&D, and we hadn't maybe found exactly what we wanted.
Yeah,
and we were filling ourselves up with things that we weren't enjoying. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to give it a go. Yeah. And I did.
And you're amazing at it. And
Thank you.
Like, I'm so glad you did, because now you're an amazing DM, and we've had one full amazing campaign and another one ongoing.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, you never know. You should really do it. If you're thinking about it, 100%. You should really do it. Please do watch the Session Zero video to get an idea of what to go over. And if you have any questions, again, I'm shilling it a lot. We're in the Discord all the time.
Yeah, we are.
Shoot any questions, specifically Jack.
No, not just me. You can help as well.
Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you. But yeah, our lines are open.
There are so many DMs in the Discord.
Oh my god.
And, we talk about like just DM questions. Like,
yeah. There's so much discussion.
I have this thing on this monster. Do you think it means this?
Yeah.
And what do you think of my map? And I got a new battle map. What do you think of this? And we just
should I do this for my character? This is their class. What should I give them?
Players and DMs. We just talk about like advice and
totally.
This is what I would do. This is what I would do.
Totally.
It's amazing. I just love it. I love the Discord.
Go on, Jerry. Get it done.
Do it, Jerry.
Get it done. That applies to anyone listening, by the way.
Yeah, like I said,
if you're thinking about it, just do it, because you're not gonna know until you do it, and it can be the best thing you've ever done for yourself.
And the thing is, if you don't like it, it doesn't matter.
Totally.
Like no one's gonna. If you're just like, I'm gonna do it to give it a go to see if I like it. That's all I said.
Yeah.
And I did, and then we just carried on.
Yeah. Exactly. Get it done.
Give it a go.
Thank you for your submission, Jerry. Okay, so this next one has been submitted by Anonymous, and he goes by he, him.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your submission. Hi, Eldritch Podblast. I have a serious inquiry that verges between seeking advice and am I the arsehole? I am currently in a game that is run by an acquaintance. The DM.
Did it say, read this like a robot?
Read this like a non-human creature. So,
read this like it's the first time you were understanding the English language.
Read this like you've never read anything before.
Forget everything you know.
Done. I am currently in a game that is run by an acquaintance, the DM of mine, that I've known since high school. The DM finds regular D&D quite boring and thus made up a largely homebrewed world for me and two other friends to play in.
Okay.
We started at level 0 and had to fight our way to level 1 and that sort of thing. After a while, however, we were starting to find that we were encountering difficult fights pretty often. Come on, Margaret.
You got it.
Thank you.
Just...
You know what? It's because a watch party has literally just started and we've just checked in to see if everyone's okay. There's a lot of mullet talk.
It's a lot of mullet talk.
So, the DM rolls 3 d20s on each day, one for each phase of the day. And if any of those dice ends up with either a high or low enough roll, there's an encounter. To preface this, we have no issues fighting regular encounters. So hold on. So what does that mean? So they roll 3 d20s each day.
Yeah.
One for each, like, morning, like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
And then if anyone...
If it's particularly high or particularly low, within a threshold, might be like 17 and up, 3 and down.
Yeah.
They'll have an encounter.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. On a crit, or... You know what? I could have just read this a little bit more. On a crit or a crit fail, the DM chooses one creature or other encounter and rolls again. If it's high enough, the encounter is considered deadly, which is a couple levels CR rating higher than our characters. We are usually able to get through these fights with some crazy antics to get us out of dangerous situations, or like seducing giant enemies or using our environment to our advantage.
Okay.
The encounter that all 3 of us were a bit upset was at our 9th session, when the DM rolled both a difficult encounter and a deadly encounter, and then merged them together to make an impossible encounter.
Okay.
The encounter ended up with nearly all 3 of us incapacitated, and one character ended up dying, but was brought back to life thanks to a mechanic the DM had set up for us. If the character dies, and can die a certain amount of times, depending on what the DM rolls. The Rings of Hell. That's cool, the idea of the Rings of Hell. Us as the party were okay at the time, as the encounter was comedic and ended with a good laugh. The next session, as we were leaving for a quest that we had given ourselves, the DM rolled another deadly encounter that used up all of our resources, and we had to go to town the same day, take a long rest, which in this setting is multiple days. The players all met up for different gatherings and talked about how we were all frustrated, and my best friend, who was also in the group and has played many games with our DM, talked about how they do this a lot. The DM's way of having fun is to tell a funny story. They do not make any ties to the characters unless they can tell some sort of funny story, and feels the same about all of our characters. I, as a player, really enjoy when my character is involved in stories, and I find it hard to let go of characters when I've put a lot of thought and time into them, and I feel conflicted with how the DM wants to play with our characters. I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah.
And how I want to play this character for a while, and have him not die a stupid death, even if it might be funny. My best friend continued to talk about how they are the most frustrated, as the DM initially stated that there would be fights that would be too difficult that we could run away from, but none of these really deadly fights we've ever been able to run away from. Also adding that the DM often has a timesheet that he keeps track of important sequences happening in the world, and that if we don't end up getting there in time, there is a big, oh well, guess you should have gotten there sooner, which is frustrating to think about, as it has not happened yet, but would be difficult to bear witness to if it does end up happening. With us... I said defecate instead of difficult. I can't believe you didn't hear that. You know, I could have gone without saying that.
Yeah, but everyone else would have
it would have been difficult to bear witness to if it does end up happening, with us feeling as if we could have gotten there in time, if not for these difficult encounters. So my question boils down to this. Am I okay and feeling frustrated with the travel system that the DM has put in place? Or am I just being an arsehole about it and should just play the game that I've been given? Oh, there's a lot of layers to this.
This all boils down to, we've said it before, a million times, we'll say it again. You and your DM, neither of you are playing wrong.
Yeah, no.
You're playing for 2 different reasons,
Totally.
And you're then trying to mash those 2 together.
Which
which is unfair on both of you. Because the DM obviously just likes old school fucking...
Totally,
rock hard.
Yeah.
Loads of encounters, that sort of stuff.
Has a ticking time bomb and when things are going to go.
Yeah. All that stuff's great.
Yeah.
Because people like those campaigns.
No, absolutely.
I see the appeal of just combat after combat because you just get roll your dice all night.
Exactly.
And that's kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. And, not every DM ties in character backstories.
No.
Like, totally. And, if you as a DM don't want to do that, then you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
However, as a player and you wanting that, I would be frustrated as well.
Like,
totally.
you are well within your right to write a backstory and want it established on.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, if you would have joined my campaign, you'd be in a great place because every backstory I get, I will, dedicate sessions to.
Yeah, get elaborated on.
And,
definitely.
we'll drop little hints and we'll go to these places that you want to go to.
Yeah.
And we'll do it.
Yes, very much so.
But, it's not wrong of the DM to not want to do that.
But it's not wrong of you to not like
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two are just trying to play two different games.
Yeah, you are very much, you are very validated and feeling frustrated, totally. And you know what? The whole ticking time bomb thing, if that, there is an element in your games where things will happen behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And if we don't get to them, things will happen.
Yeah.
But you would never, I don't think you would do it to the detriment of the story or someone's backstory or even the overarching plot, right? Like, there is actually the perfect example of this. There is something going on in Rayla. If you don't know,
hold the fucking phone.
Law
drop.
She's my moon druid. I know. Calm down. It's fine. I know, Jack. I know. Listen, she's a druid of the moon.
It is so weird to have my headphones off.
Is it?
It all sounds so strange.
She's a moon druid. And there's something currently happening at Yggdrasil, her world tree.
Yeah, everyone's world tree.
Everyone's world tree, but that's where she's from.
You protect it, yeah. You and your family.
And there's something going on there right now that we're going to get to, and I know we will. Now, if we don't go do it right now, are you going to destroy my whole backstory and kill everyone and do it? No, you're not.
Yeah. They're gone.
No!
No, of course I'm not. The thing is, I like... Things might be, I don't know, more severe when you get there, or things might be just a little further along when you get there.
Yeah.
But, I like to drop a lot of... I like to have, my players have loads and loads and loads of things to do. And loads, at the beginning of the campaign, it's like a fucking mad rush for me to, everywhere they go, there'll be something that'll lead on to something else. And I'll just drop, a bunch of plot lines, and then they'll just do them as and when.
Yes.
As and when they get there.
Yes.
If they need to go there, they'll finish this thing. If they need to go there, they'll finish this thing. This thing will have to wait until after we do this thing.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to just end the world because they don't go there right now.
Yeah, totally.
Because, that's unfair.
Yeah, and you know what? You saying, OP, that it's frustrating to think about. Yeah, totally, it is frustrating to think about. And that kind of, to me personally, that kind of skirts the line of DM versus player a little bit with the, you should have gotten there sooner.
It's like you're the one stopping them.
We didn't get there sooner because we have 3 combats a day. And some of them are impossible.
Yeah, some of them are impossible and I have no resources. And if we have another combat,
then
we're fucked.
Yeah, totally. You are totally justified in what you're feeling.
100%.
Jack said it perfectly. It sounds like you are playing the game for different reasons.
Yeah.
That doesn't make either of you wrong.
Neither of you are wrong.
Totally. Now, the best advice we can give for this really is think about what is important to you. What do you want out of this?
Yeah.
And then go to your DM and tell your DM and see if there is a middle ground.
Yeah.
There might not be.
There might not be. The DM might not move and they might just be like, no, this is the game I want to play.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But then you sort of know that might not be the game for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you can continue to play that game and find another one that will scratch that itch.
Exactly. It's exactly the same advice we gave for one of the other posters earlier. Find another group that will do what you want them to do. Because there's going to be a group out there for you, I promise.
100%.
I 100% promise. And the thing is, nothing's going to change unless you bring it up. If you continue to not talk about it and not bring it up, and you say other players are frustrated as well, I think that's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
If you don't say something, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need to say something, but I think in this situation, don't be too upset if it doesn't come to the resolution of playing the game you want.
Yeah.
I think because, this DM is well within their rights to play the game they want to play.
Totally.
And you're well within the rights of the game that you want to play.
Yeah.
There is a chance that you could merge the two and you could just say, could we ease up on the combat so we can get to the places we need to go?
Totally.
And could I please have my backstory elaborated on?
Totally.
But also, if they're like, no, because that doesn't sound any good to me, fair enough.
Yeah.
There's other games out there that will do that.
You know what? This is why it's so important. We just said it. It's so important to have a session 0 to go over all of these things. And again, things change, situations change. But I do think if the DM had said at the beginning what the situation was and you had said what you wanted, then...
And then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Then,
Exactly. But there is no harm in talking to your DM.
No.
I promise you. And nothing's going to change unless you do.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can come to a resolution together.
I hope so.
I'd like to think you would all come to a resolution that makes all of you happy and you can all enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's really the best advice we can give.
I think, I'm not going to say that's good advice, but, that's the advice we've got for you.
Yeah.
And I think, I hope you can figure that out.
Me too. I hope you do.
I hope that your DM can say, I still got to have all my crazy fucking combats.
Yes.
But if there's somewhere we need to go, I won't stop you.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to
tie in some backstory stuff and maybe not make things as funny. To me, this sounds like my version of hell. I would hate playing in a game like this, but I know that, and I wouldn't join a game like that.
Game, yeah.
That doesn't mean it's wrong or bad.
Yeah.
See, I said it in the beginning. We don't always have all the answers.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like you just have two different play styles.
Yeah.
But talk to him, OP. See what comes in. Please let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know. Okay. This one has been sent in by...
Is this the last one?
No. This is not the last one.
I thought this was the last one.
This is the third to last one. I know. Oh my goodness gracious, I know.
Yeah, it probably is, yeah. That's my bad.
Okay, so this has been sent in by, it's either Eli or Ellie. I'm so sorry if I've said that wrong.
One of the two.
It's spelled E-L-Y. What should absolutely not be either of the two? Ellie? Eli?
I would say Ellie, but, Book of Eli is E-L-I.
And they go by she, they.
Okay.
Thank you. So, hi. I'm she, they, seeking advice for a bit of a situation that happened with a friend, he, him, and let's call him Al, that I met in a server. Basically, I've entered this D&D Westmark Discord server in November. Now, I've been... Sorry, I don't know what the D&D Westmark Discord server is, but
it was just funny.
It threw me off completely.
Why?
I don't know. Now, I've been playing for a year in a long-term campaign that was on hiatus for a while when I joined. First person I met was the guy, and we became instantly friends, and we still are. But he's a bit pushy when he wants to roleplay out of game, which is something that the server encourages.
Okay.
I have pretty bad anxiety, and roleplaying is not easy for me, so I've tried to explain to him that it's really difficult for me just to hop in and roleplay.
Mm-hmm.
He was understanding, but still a bit pushy. Now, while this happened, I continued playing, and I met this other person, he, him, Rick, and we clicked. Our characters just work together, and when I roleplay with him, it almost comes naturally.
Nice.
We've only roleplayed in game, but Al seems a bit better about the situation. A bit
better?
Al seems a bit bitter about the situation.
I'm pretty sure I pulled this one. It definitely doesn't say better.
No. Al seems a bit bitter about the situation, and he started criticizing my character. He always says he's joking, but I'm starting to think he's actually offended by the situation. But I don't know what to do or what to say to him. It's not like I did this on purpose. What do you think I should do? And then she says, sorry if my English isn't the best. It's not my first language. Said it before. Say
Never
it again.
apologize.
Never apologize.
Because I don't understand the language you speak.
Exactly.
So you have to speak in my language, which is unfair on you.
Totally.
So thank you very much for your submission.
Never apologize.
And never apologize for English not being your first language.
That's any of you, by the way.
Ever.
Don't apologize for it to anyone.
Stop it.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Stop it.
Hello, police.
Yeah, Margaret's doing it.
We've got someone who's being real harsh on themselves.
Nina.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
okay.
You know what, OP, I'm not going to refer to you by your name because I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm very, very sorry. But
OP?
Yeah, OP. First of all, you know what, the whole not being able to click with roleplay and it being difficult for you if you have anxiety. That absolutely resonates with so many people. That is such 100%. A common thing.
Even when we began, like, it's so weird because now we just turn up and I'm like, right, okay, let's begin. We do a little recap.
Yeah, and it's immediate.
And then the roleplay just starts and we do voices and, you know. But at the beginning, even us, you know, we would be like shy about doing the voices.
I can still get a little bit shy now. If I'm the first person to say something in character voice, I still get a little bit shy.
So it'd never, ever, ever be like... discouraged. Like, it is scary.
It is. No, so, it fucking is.
You know, it does get a little bit easier with time and stuff like that. But
and you know what? The fact that you've met someone who you just immediately clicked with,
that's so good.
Who makes it really easy for you, it comes naturally. That's a gift. That's great.
That's awesome.
Like, that is...
That's insane. That's so good.
You don't owe anyone anything.
No.
And the fact that Al feels like... Again, you know, we can only take on what you've said. The fact that Al is bitter about the fact that you are able to click with someone else, that's actually none of his business.
It's not. It's not. Like, and, you know, like, it's obviously a bit of jealousy, it sounds like.
Yeah, totally, which I get.
And, you know,
that's a natural, normal human being feeling to have.
Yeah, but also that's not
your problem. Yeah, that's not your problem.
Fault or problem.
No way. That's not your problem,
you know,
at all.
Like, it's strange because, you know, like... It's when you meet new people, it is tough to find the boundary of like where can jokes go. It is hard.
Oh, sorry, that was so cold. You know when you go underwater and you come back up. I'm so sorry.
You frightened the life out of me.
I frightened the life out of myself. Carry on. Sorry, you say when you meet new people.
When you meet new people, you know, like, I do like to make, you know, as you can probably all tell by mine and Margaret's relationship, like, I do like to make little stupid jokes and stuff like that.
Yes.
And, you know, like, when
like,
you meet...
I need the taint.
Yeah. I didn't say that. That was a brilliant joke.
But now, anytime we go, I need this, we will go, I need the taint. Sorry, Austin.
But the thing is, you know, like, I get conscious when I meet new people that they might not find that funny.
Totally.
And I don't ever want anyone to like feel uncomfortable because of my actions.
No, definitely.
So, you know, like when I get to know somebody, you know, like I might do it a little bit and I will try to gauge like
if they're okay with it. Totally.
I would never want to make somebody feel uncomfortable. So the thing is, Al seems to be doing that with you and you don't seem to be enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you're well within your right to not enjoy it.
You don't owe him anything.
But I do think that if he's not getting the memo that you aren't down with the jokes and the him taking the piss out of you, stuff like that, I think you should definitely tell Al.
Yeah,
and just
totally.
Say, just so you know, sometimes the jokes that you make...
Sometimes I don't find them funny.
I don't find them funny and they're making me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then if Al doesn't stop...
Then,
there you go.
Exactly. And if Al says anything like, oh, we should learn to take a joke...
Fucking give it to him, babe.
Get out of here.
Give it to him. Show him. Oh, I punched my pop shield.
Oh, see, sorry, that fucking really pisses me off.
Yeah,
you know what? I just made myself really angry there.
Yeah. Go on, Maggie, go on.
I wound myself up there. Al hasn't said that.
But he will. And when he does. You know, like, the thing is, right, it's not up to anybody else what you find funny.
No, of course not.
You know, it's up to you. If you don't like a joke and you get offended by something, like, it's nobody else's business to tell you what you should and shouldn't find offended.
100%.
And if you find what Al says annoying or, like, you feel, like, targeted by any of that, you're well within your rights.
To say, stop it.
Al, you fucking piss me off.
Yeah, Al, it's making me feel this certain way.
Can you please stop?
I don't know if that's what you're intending to do, but that's how I'm receiving it. So please, can you stop? And anyone, this applies to anyone. If you say that to anyone, they should respect that.
Yeah, 100%.
And again, you know, I understand that Al could potentially be jealous that you don't want to role play with him. But that, again, it's none of his fucking business. It's you don't owe him anything.
You don't owe Al anything just because, you know.
And with him
he wants to role play with you.
And him being pushy, like, I don't know. I'm getting real bad vibes from this.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, if somebody says that they're uncomfortable doing something, your next, the next thing out of your mouth should never be, come on.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
Anything like that.
You should never try to push someone.
It should just be, that's all good.
Yeah.
Just let me know, if you do.
Yeah. Totally understood. Yeah. Sorry, I made you feel uncomfortable. To be honest, I would maybe consider if it's bothering you, which obviously it is, and you're saying, what do you think I should do? I think next time he does it, next time he makes a snide remark, next time he criticizes your character and says he's joking, like Jack said, say, look, I know you're joking, but it's not a joke to me anymore. Yeah. Could you stop? And if they bring up if they try to push you into roleplay, you need to stand your ground. And it's hard. It's hard. You say you have anxiety. It's so hard. I know it is.
I know it is.
But you owe it to yourself to stand up for yourself and just say, it doesn't come as naturally to me.
And that's fine.
Which is,
It's I've played with quite a few people in my time, and a table can be full of people who are majestic at roleplay and can do it willy-nilly, don't even need to try. And there's a lot of people who does take a little bit of time to get into it.
Totally.
And there's some people who just
don't like it at all.
And that's all fine. But trying to force it isn't the way to get over it.
No way. That applies to anything in life.
When you're comfortable and you're ready to do it, that's when it's time to give it a go.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do.
And if you're comfortable with Rick and you click with Rick and it's just easy with him,
then
just keep it up.
Keep that up.
Keep it up, and don't let anyone tell you, oh, well, why are you not comfortable doing it with me? Because
it's your fucking life, by the way, and you do what you want.
Sometimes there is just no answer.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's just how it do be.
Auras, man.
Totally. You
can just get with someone's aura.
Do not let Al make you feel bad about it.
No.
This is us telling you. It's none of his fucking business, dude.
It isn't. It's not.
None of his business, and I would tell him next time he does that. You don't even have to wait till next time. You can just tell him.
Yeah.
Just say.
You can literally message him right now.
It's not a joke to me.
And just say, sometimes the jokes that you direct to me make me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, hurt my feelings. And
hurt my feelings.
And as my friend, I would appreciate if you could please stop.
And do you want to know what? If Al goes, I'm really sorry, I will.
There you go.
Done.
Yeah.
But then, do you want to know what? If he says the opposite, you should learn to take a joke.
Ooh. You tell me.
You message Margaret.
And then you'll get these fists. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, we're charging them up. Oh! Yeah, all right.
Physical violence is never the answer.
No, seriously, though.
No, seriously. Yeah. If he says no at that point, you can just say, well...
Get him gone.
You can end that friendship.
Yep. Totally. And you're well within your right to do that.
100%. It's your fucking life.
Thank you so much, either Eli or Ellie. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Please, can you clarify how to say that? I do apologize.
Thank you very much for your submission. And I hope that helps. And let us know if it does.
Keep us updated. Okay, on to the second to last one.
The second to last one?
I don't know why I always clarify. I do not keep track of the numbers at all until we're in the last bits, and I'm like, oh, this is the second to last one.
This is the second to last one.
Okay, so this has been submitted by Dave, and he goes by he, they.
Cheers, Dave.
Thank you,
Is this Dave?
You know what? I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun and say, Dave!
Dave, I did a little live stream of me building some maps just to get everyone into the chat, and it wasn't like a live stream, it was just a Discord screen share or whatever, and I just let people come in and build some maps for my group, and Dave was in there. I think if it is this Dave, I just have to tell a story.
Yeah, sorry if this isn't
and if this is this Dave, Dave accidentally muted himself
for an hour,
and every time he was saying something, he was like, why is nobody replying to me? And then he realized right at the end, and he unmuted himself.
And was like, hello.
That was so funny.
I've been this whole time, and you know what? That was off the back of me. I came in and I had to mute myself for a moment. Forgot to unmute myself, and I was in there for. It wasn't quite an hour.
It wasn't quite an hour.
It was about 5 minutes, and I was like, oh, no one's talking to me. No, just had myself muted.
But if it is you, Dave.
If it is you, Dave. Hey.
You're a legend.
Yeah.
And if it's not you, Dave, and it's
you're
a different Dave,
you're also
a legend.
You're also still a legend. And sorry for the mixed identities. Anywho. First, I'd like to say that I love the podcast and I'm loving the content you guys are putting out.
Thank you so
much, Dave. Basically, the campaign that I am a player in is going to be coming to an end soon, and I wanted to start a new campaign as a DM afterwards with the same group of people. I've been playing for about a year now, and I've done a couple of one-shots for the group when the DM wasn't available. Our DM is a current... Sorry, I needed to burp.
You good?
Yeah. Our DM is currently a student, so I think it would be better for him so he has more time to focus on studies instead of prepping for sessions. I have 2 questions, really. How do I approach him about taking over for DMing the next campaign when this one ends? And if all goes well and he accepts, how much should I prepare for the campaign before starting it? I wouldn't want to over-prepare, but I also wouldn't want to under-prepare. What would you start out with when building a world for your characters? Thanks for reading. Again, love your stuff, guys. Long live the Squadblasters. Hell yeah. Thanks, Dave. So, couple of things in this one.
Yeah, a couple of things in this one. I think...
I think, you know, the...
Student or not, busy or not, I think if somebody wants to DM...
Yeah.
Just asking the current DM.
Totally.
And being like, I really have an urge to do it.
Yeah.
Would you mind?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter if they're busy or whatever, like, it is or anything like that. If you want to do it...
Yeah, totally.
There's nothing wrong with saying, I think I would like to give it a go.
Shot. Totally.
Is that okay?
Yeah, totally.
You know?
That's what I did.
Yeah.
You know what? I think you have the most experience with this because you decided just after your first long-term campaign, you were like, I think I want to be the forever DM.
Yeah, I think so. Matthew DM'd our first campaign.
Yeah.
And then I began to do mine in the middle of his.
Yeah.
He was totally fine with it.
Yeah. He played in it, so he had a bit of a break from being a DM.
Matthew stopped.
Yes.
And then my campaign ran its course.
Yes.
And then at the end of my campaign, Matthew started, making noises again.
Yeah,
being
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think I wanted to do it. And I was like, all right, cool, yeah. And then, he did a small campaign and I was playing and it only occurred to me then because I hadn't really played since Matthew's campaign stopped, which was only a few sessions into mine, really.
Yes, yeah.
It came to the point where I was like, I don't enjoy this as much.
Yeah.
I like just playing in general.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy being a DM more.
Totally.
So I came to you and I was like, I think I want to tell Matthew that I would like to be the full-time DM.
Well, even before that, it was actually, so the break was, your campaign finished, Matthew was, we agreed that Matthew was going to do like a month-long thing, and then I was going to be the DM.
Yeah.
So I was hyper aware that you weren't really enjoying being a player. We thought maybe something would change because it's playing a one-shot is totally different to playing a full-time campaign.
Yeah, because
right?
It's going to be over either in one or a few sessions.
So we were like, maybe it'll be different with you playing, if you watch our tier rank, you played Jasper. Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll be different in a long-term campaign. Now, granted, my campaign only lasted...
That was the dog underneath the tail.
Only lasted about 6 sessions. Yeah. But even then, I think you knew you didn't want to be a player anymore. And I knew I didn't want to be a DM. So,
but yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
Was the fact that you weren't enjoying it.
Yeah, and then it was between that gap, I think, where you were like, I don't like being a player. I said, I don't want to be the DM. We said we should talk to Matthew.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him first.
When I cancel,
and I think I think it's like just respectful.
Yeah.
To just also, let everyone know what's going on.
Yeah.
But if somebody is the forever DM, because this person might not like being a player.
Yes.
You never know. They might fucking hate being a DM.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just putting your hat in the ring and just saying, I would like to try it.
Yeah, totally.
If there's nothing said that they're the forever DM, I don't see any problem with, you having a go.
100%.
But I definitely, it's not an uncommon thing to get that urge to DM.
Yeah, and it's not an uncommon thing to rotate DMs as well.
Yeah.
Like we just, we've all just agreed that you're going to be the full-time forever DM.
Yeah. And, after this campaign, like, I'll probably take a little bit of a break and let Matthew do something and let everyone else do something. Because I know what I'm like, and it'll be, you DM every week, and, it does get, like, tiring sometimes.
Yeah.
But you love it. Like, I'm fucking, like, next session, I just can't wait. I just can't wait for, like, what's happening now, and I'm really excited. But there's times where I get like, I don't really have time this week. And it would be nice to still play D&D, and then you sometimes wish like, man, well, if I was a player, I could.
I know, yeah. So you get totally.
But after this campaign, I'll probably take a little bit. I already know what I'm gonna do with my next campaign, and I'm so fucking excited. I'll have a little bit of time to be a player.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think. What was the second part? Sorry.
So yeah,
I'm fucking rambling now.
Yeah, no. The first part was, how do I go about approaching my DM and asking
openly and honestly.
Totally.
I've got a really great idea that I would like to give to the group. Would you mind me being the next DM?
So yeah, I'm totally with you. Just openly, honestly say, I would love to try DMing, and the conversation's going to go from there.
Yeah,
and they will either tell you yes, I would love to play, or
there's nothing to say that if this person doesn't want to relinquish DM, that you couldn't run
another one,
a game,
alongside.
Me and Matthew, we played. I played in his and he played in mine. Totally. And then his stopped and mine carried on.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. If you've got the urge to DM, do it.
It's like we said to Jerry, just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Totally, Dave, just do it. Now, if all goes well, he accepts. Dave's going to be the DM.
Yeah.
How should I prepare for the campaign before starting it? To be honest, this is very similar.
Yes. So
advice to Jerry. Session 0.
Yes. So the session 0 that we talked about earlier, we'll have linked that earlier. You can go and get that.
I might be able to link it again. I don't know.
What did it say? Just one more time.
How should I prepare for the campaign before starting? I don't want to over prepare, but I don't want to under prepare. And where would you start with building a world?
To me, I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
Yeah.
When it comes to world building, I do like major cities and towns, like major ones, and like a little bit about them, and then really it's just the starting area.
Yeah.
Like if you see, my map is in the Discord. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Oh no, Jack! I'm not going to remember to put this in.
I'll tell you.
Oh, y'all going to be staring at a blank screen here. And also we also have a whole episode based around world building. It's a bit older now at this point, but we have it, and I will link it.
Yeah,
please write that down for me to link the world building video. There's a world building video where we go over in much more detail than that, but I think the best advice for world building is only plan what you want to.
Yeah.
And you only have to plan what's in front of you.
So this is the reason I had the map brought up.
Yeah.
That area in the top right, Fjalfalen.
Yeah.
It's all I planned.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to go to
Norheim
or Dumdalen for fucking ages.
Exactly.
So I had, there's Hale in Norheim, there's Hauge in Dumdalen, there's Skalarnes that borders all 3 regions, and there's Gotland in Fjalfalen.
Yeah.
That's it. Done.
Yeah.
That's all of the world building I did.
Mm-hmm.
There was like the names of the kings and the queens and the people, and then it was just Fjalfalen, where I started, that region.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Like, honestly, you do not need to plan more than what's in front of you.
Yes.
And there's this kind of expectation, right? I think in one of our unpopular opinions, someone said this. They're like, sorry.
You're making a great point. Continue.
Oh no, sorry. We just had to clap out because the dog.
Because the dog was licking himself.
No. There was an unpopular opinion where it's like, you're not a proper DM if you don't have a full, rich world.
Yeah,
and your players expect you to have a fleshed out world. No, we don't. No one does. No way. No.
Unless you've said, I'm going to have a big fleshed out world.
Then no one expects that. And if they do expect that of you and then they berate you for it, fuck those guys.
Yeah, fuck them. And also, where the fuck's your fucking world?
Yeah,
come on then.
Yeah.
Come on then. Show me. If that's what show me.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go on.
Tell me about your backstory.
Yeah.
How fleshed out's that?
Excuse me, police. Where's the map?
But the thing is, right? It's true. Nobody expects that.
Nope.
Like, just Dave, plan what's in front of you.
Yep.
If you want to do a small amount of world building, maybe, and again, the only other thing that I plan is maybe big moments. What's happened that every single person would know about.
Yeah.
And in my world,
it
was simple. Fimbulwinter and Ragnarok didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's
it. That's all we needed. Yeah, totally.
And my players ran with it, and that's all they needed.
Totally.
So, but yeah, Fjalfalen, that first region, that's all I did. And I just didn't even flesh out the whole thing. I knew what was sort of here and there, but it was mostly where you were and a bit about the region.
Totally.
Done.
Totally. And again,
if somebody turns up and is like, well, what's here? And what's here?
You know
what's
what?
Here?
Fuck off. If someone turns up and they do that, that's them projecting.
Yeah.
That's them absolutely projecting their own feelings of what they think should be. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And that applies to a lot of things.
Yeah.
But there's a whole thing. There's It's not stigmata. Is that the I?
Stigma?
There's a stigma.
You made the word actually longer.
There's a stigma around being too over-prepared or being too under-prepared. And you'll hear commonly people being like, you don't want to over-prepare because over-preparing makes it boring for everyone. That's simply not true. Some people... You know what? Ginny D says this perfectly. She says it spot on, and I was exactly the same. For me, and from what Ginny said, she has to prepare for everything.
Yeah.
What makes her a competent and a confident DM is over-planning. I was the same.
Is being prepared.
Exactly, and having all of that information. Dave, you might be totally different. You might not need all that stuff. You don't need all of the stuff prepared and everything planned. The most important thing is don't think of it as like under-prepared or over-prepared. Just prepare what you're comfortable with.
I would definitely say, if I was to compare the two, I would say being over-prepared is better than being under-prepared, personally.
Yeah, no, I would agree.
If you've got it here, you don't need to use it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Me, I'll write it all out and then I won't look at it.
Yeah.
But because I've prepared it, I know in my mind I'm ready.
Yeah.
But then if you under-prepare and then you need something and you don't have it, that's more of an issue.
Yes.
So I think the best thing to do is prepare as much as you want and get comfortable. And then at that point, be like, I didn't use that. Maybe I'll prepare a little bit less next time.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the next session, I probably could have needed this. I'll prepare a little bit more. And then just go from there.
And Dave, you're not going to know. Being
probably
a new
for
DM,
years.
This is literally like, if you ever learn how to ride a bike, think about how difficult that was. If you tried to learn to drive, anything, learning something new is difficult and you're not going to have all the answers.
No.
This is something that will come with time. You'll know what you're happy to prepare. You'll know what your threshold of under-preparing is, and you'll know what your threshold for over-preparing is. So don't worry about that too much. The best advice we can both give is plan what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And plan what you want to.
Yeah, definitely. I hope that helps.
Yeah, I really hope that helps. And please keep us updated. Let us know how this goes. Let us know if you're going to DM, if you have any questions at all.
100%.
Please hit us up. Sorry, I know I'm playing with my hair loads. I've got a knot in it. In the Discord, there's a DM channel. Please hit us up. Oh, he's entranced.
I'm mesmerized.
My siren song's working.
Your beautiful locks.
You'll never see him again. So yeah, Dave, I hope that helps. Please let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last one.
All right.
We're on to the last one. God, this is another long episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did have a break halfway through.
And, we didn't start for the first 10 minutes.
True.
So add another 10 minutes on that.
Oh, okay. Well, so this was submitted by Ewan, and he goes by he, him.
Thank you, Ewan, for your submission.
Thank you very much. So that is how you pronounce
Ewan? I think so.
Ewan, yeah. I'm so sorry.
We'll give it our best shot.
Definitely.
And we're sorry if we mispronounce it.
And if I have mispronounced anyone's name, I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Yeah.
Please correct me below if I have. So, me and my girlfriend and our friends play D&D weekly. There's 3 of them at level 5 from about a month or 2 ago, and I, the DM, have rolled quite a few natural 20s against my girlfriend. She plays a Dragonborn monk, and often this will either take her down to an incredibly low health or outright take her to death saving throws. She's getting upset by this, and I want to figure out a way of changing this without fudging rolls, as personally I don't really like that. I'm not sure what to do. Any advice? Was this me? You and you, my boyfriend?
Okay, I got a couple of things to this.
Yeah.
I got a couple of bits of advice for this. I'll give you everything that isn't fudging rolls, and that can be your last resort if you don't like doing that. And I understand. Let your girlfriend know. Maybe it's something to do with if she goes down and she dies. Maybe that's some of the pressure.
Yeah.
Have you talked about what happens if she does die?
Yes.
Have you talked about, death isn't the end?
Yep.
We can, bring you back. We can make sure that someone's got a revivify, because you're 5th level, that means you've got 3rd level spells. So that means revivify is a potential.
Yep, indeed.
Maybe we can get a magic item to take the pressure off that gets to cast revivify.
Maybe there can be a spare the dying in there somewhere.
Yeah, something like that. So those are a few things to do, My dog's just staring.
He is staring.
So try and talk about death and what it means in the game.
Yep.
And that it isn't the end if you don't want it to be.
Yes.
That can take a lot of pressure off.
If that's the issue.
Yeah.
You know what? I kind of get the feeling that maybe the issue is feeling targeted a little bit.
Yeah.
And there was a story that we touched on a few episodes ago where it was like, my best friend's running the game and they don't want to show favoritism. And because of that, they're actually going the opposite way and being nasty to me. Ewan, I'm not saying that that's what you're doing.
Ewan, why are you doing that?
Why why are you doing this? Why are you rolling a dice and getting an actual 20 so many times? Like, I understand that because also as the partner of the DM, I feel that way sometimes too. I worry.
You're also the tank.
Oh yeah,
so
I'm also the tank.
I do normally
naturally
hit Margaret the most.
Yes, yeah.
But
yeah, is it a feeling of feeling like singled out?
Yeah.
And a feeling of being I don't know what the word is, like targeted.
Yeah.
Especially as the monk.
It comes down to also like when you run a combat, are you normally fighting one monster?
Yep.
Or are you normally fighting a lot of monsters?
Yeah.
Because it can feel sometimes if there's only one enemy and they can get a little bit focused, a little bit like tunnel vision on one character.
Totally, especially if they're melee like a monk is.
Put a lot of different enemies in the next combat and have them hit everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
That then shows that,
you're not targeting.
You're not targeting because you know that they're not. And then the last one is just make it a 19, not a 20.
Just fudge the roll. Like
I know that you don't like it and stuff like that, but maybe if it just goes a few sessions where she doesn't get crit, it might make her feel a bit better.
That might take, yeah.
You don't have to do it all the time. You can just do it to make her feel a bit better.
And I totally respect that you don't like doing it, and we're not saying do it. However, it's a last ditch resort. If you're in a situation where it's happened, she's already upset.
Yeah.
She's not going to know that it was a natural 20 if you tell her it was a 19.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It will only be you, Ewan, who knows. And it's down to you if you're comfortable with having that knowledge, which you might not be.
It doesn't mean then you have to just get into the, there's been a time or two in my campaign where, I've just rolled too good.
Yeah.
And I have just done it. I've just fudged a roll.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was ages ago. I remember I posted on TikTok and everyone was like, "You're the shittest DM on earth."
Yeah.
And you're really uncreative and you shouldn't ever play Dungeons and Dragons again.
That's TikTok for you, baby.
You are literally scum of the earth.
The trashest, weirdest person.
I hate you. I've never met you and I never want to meet you.
I wish death upon you.
Yeah, you should die.
That's just TikTok.
I don't care. Go fuck yourself. I've done it. I shared that story. It was my second session.
Second time ever DMing.
I rolled 4 natural 20s in a row.
Man.
And I could have TPK'd my party. And I just chose to fudge that roll, and
totally.
I didn't.
And none of us knew.
I'm not a roll fudger, really.
No, you're not.
I don't really like to do it. I like, if you guys, if the dice are in your favor one day and you just absolutely destroy my enemies, fair enough. That's the way it happens. And if I roll like shit, I roll like shit. Fucking the other day, I had to combat, and I think I hit once in the entire combat.
Yeah, and it happens.
It happens.
And again, the whole rolling the natural 20s all the time, that will pass as well.
It'll pass.
It's like mathematically, it has to.
It has to.
It won't continue. It physically simply cannot.
I'm telling you, it'll probably even just happen naturally, and you probably won't even have to do anything.
Yeah, totally. Totally. It probably feels real bad right now.
Yeah, it just feels bad because it's happened a few times in a row.
It's happened a few times in a row.
It will. Probabilities, it will just stop itself.
Yeah, and you know what? I would also, above everything else, I would maybe reassure your girlfriend if she's feeling a little bit insecure, like you are targeting her. She's your girlfriend. You care for each other.
Yeah,
you're together for a reason. Just reassure her and just say, "I'm sorry.
I'm not doing it on purpose.
I promise I'm not doing it on purpose." Yeah. And if she is the only melee, for example, and she's getting hit more, just say, it's because you're the only person up here that I'm hitting right now. Just make her aware that that's why it's happening.
Yeah, and like I said, maybe if the next combat has multiple enemies, have them just have it start. Matthew used to do this thing in every combat we ever did. Was we'd start fighting one monster, and then we'd all be like, right.
Where's the other ones coming from?
Where the next one's coming from?
Where's it coming from?
And Matthew'd be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And then he'd appear on the map.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can start with one enemy.
Exactly.
And, like, maybe the monk goes up and gets in combat, and it looks like it's going to be the same as usual. The monk's going to stack, but then...
And then suddenly
the other stuff comes in from behind and attacks all of the ranged players or something like that.
Totally.
So then attacks are going elsewhere, crits are going elsewhere. Yeah. Your girlfriend immediately feels... Less targeted.
And again, you know what? If she's feeling targeted and it's one thing, I am absolutely certain with your DM mind, you can find a narrative reason why, if there's one creature, it might not just target your girlfriend.
Yeah.
There's so many ways around it other than fudging dice. Honestly, there's so many options.
Is somebody concentrating on a spell? Is the creature intelligent enough to go and try and break that concentration?
Yep. Is someone obviously healing someone?
Healing, yeah. That makes them a big target.
Does someone look the weakest? Is someone in a position where they can get there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many ways of doing it, but...
Hopefully... any of those help.
Yeah, my advice would be just fudge the roll, but I know it's not that simple. I know you don't want to do it.
And if that's not what you want to do, you never have to do it. But, if you try all of those things and for some reason you just keep natural 20 in your girlfriend, there is nothing wrong with just fudging it.
I promise it will only be you who knows. No one else will know. I absolutely, as a player who doesn't know a single thing ever, I promise you no one will know. And it will just be yourself. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I hope that helps.
I really hope that helps. Please keep us updated. Let us know. Does she get natural 20 to get? I must know. Please let us know. And that's the last one.
I know.
That's the last submission.
We've come to the end, friends.
We have come to the end. It's like we're never going to see him again.
Episode 30. That was it. That's all we planned.
That's it. And then I guess we'll bid you adieu. See, I learned how to say adieu.
Nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was the name?
A Jew. Redoui.
I bid you redoui.
I bid you redoui. So, yeah. How are you guys feeling about the longer episodes? I just want to check in. How's everyone feeling about the episodes going over like the 2-hour mark?
Like every time.
Yeah, I know when we first, it was a while ago now, we put up the community post asking how you felt about it.
Yeah. I remember when we began, we used to just do like
an hour and 20 minutes.
Even some of them were like under an hour.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the longer episodes? Are they okay?
Yeah.
I will put up another community post and I will check in. I am aware that we could shorten them down if we need to, if we're not enjoying them.
Yeah.
But if you are enjoying them, so are we. So we want to do whatever's best for you because this is all for you.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think that just about does it.
Yeah. If you like the video, hit the like button. Mm-hmm. If you liked it enough, subscribe. Subscribing is free. It doesn't cost anything.
No.
I know that most people know that, but some people don't.
No. Okay.
So if you subscribe to the channel, that helps a lot as well.
It does.
Hit the video with a like.
It does.
Comment down below with any advice that you need and we'll try and get back to you. Or give us what advice you would give out to any of these submissions.
Yes.
If you hit the bell notification, you will be told when we upload videos, which is on a Monday and a Thursday.
Yay.
And apart from that...
Oh, everyone in our Squad Blasters and the watch party, we see you. Thank you very, very much for watching. Yeah, we're talking about you. We're talking about you. How does that feel? But yes, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. See you in the next one.
Bye!